Hello and welcome to Vanguard Tactics for this 500-point boarding action live stream battle report. And today we've got a very, very special guest. We've got all the way from the United States of America.
Yes.
I did get that correct, right?
Yeah, United States, yeah.
Whew. We've got James Tatooed Tabletop, and many of you have seen him in the chats over the last months, maybe even years. Who knows how long you've been stalking us. But it's James, it's an absolute pleasure to have you here today. Obviously, you're in the VT kit, you play for VT, you're on the Academy, and it's awesome to have you here. And what have you done so far since your time in the UK?
So, of course, landed, hung out in London for a day.
Nice.
Caught some sights there, and then immediately after headed as fast as I could straight up to Nottingham for Warhammer World. Obviously, that's a big reason to also come to the UK.
Yep.
Spent plenty of time there, got to play some games, see the dioramas. I am in heaven.
Nice.
I am jet lagged, but I'm in heaven.
And we did an Age of Sigmar battle report yesterday.
Did.
You did that with Michael, so that's going to be coming out hopefully in the next kind of few weeks, which I don't even know who won. I'm not even sure what happened yet, so I can't wait to actually watch that back. But yeah, today we're going to be doing boarding actions, and in the house tonight, we've got the usual crew minus the most handsome man in boarding actions.
Seb.
How are you doing, Seb, tonight?
I'm good. I'm doing good, thanks.
Seb is good. Seb is good on those cameras. Michael, how are you doing today?
I'm well, thank you. Recovered from my trip up north with James. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, looking forward to some boarding actions.
And Jord?
I'm good, man. I'm all good.
This is your first time commentating boarding actions.
Yeah.
Second,
actually.
yes.
Yeah, when you was on
While
holiday.
you were off doing whatever you wanted over in South Africa, he
Yeah.
was
I was
putting in
here.
the work.
Putting in
Nice.
a shift.
And Cope's here as well. He's going to be keeping the score. How are you doing, Cope?
I'm very well.
He said he's very well. That's good. Right, anyway. You're taking the Wolves tonight, aren't you? The
I
Space
am,
Wolves.
yes. I absolutely love the Space Wolves, fantastic models. And I just brought things that I thought Space Wolves bring in boarding actions, all melee, all the time.
Nice. And there is one person I just want to give a shout out to here. I don't know if we can get him in focus there, Seb. This model was painted by a friend of ours, Grant. You can't really see him, can you?
Can we get a zoom?
He's got to zoom
You
in
could all
straight
zoom in,
in.
look at him.
The young wolf.
We haven't actually had a chance to put Ragnar on stream yet, but this was painted by Grant, a friend of ours, and he's done an absolutely stunning paint job. So Grant, thank you so much. It's actually a pleasure to get him on the channel today.
Absolutely.
And obviously you are taking him for for the hunt.
I mean, how could I not? And then, when you guys said you had that model, I was like, you know what, let's throw that on there. Let's do it.
Nice. We will go through the army list very shortly. And we're going to be playing one of the new missions. Is that right tonight, Michael?
That is correct. So we do, of course, have Arks of Omen Farsight in the house. And the Aeldari now have their fancy rules in there. You've got stratagems, etc., etc. So we're playing a mission called Dark Depths. Okay, so let me get the mission up for you guys.
Nice.
There we go. Now, in Arks of Omen Farsight, there's one mission, basically, but there's multiple different ways to set it up. So each player picks kind of their half of the board. I basically gave you guys a number and you picked it.
Yeah.
Steve asked for the most line of sight possible, so I've tried to afford him that luxury. But we'll see how that goes. In this mission, though, you're going to score 5 points if you hold 1 or more objective markers at the end of your command phase, 5 more for holding 2 or more, 5 more if you hold more than your opponent, and then, of course, at the end, in the 5th battle round, the player who goes second will score theirs at the end of the turn rather than in their command phase. Then you can also get 15 victory points if you kill the Warlord, which we'll see when we cover the armies, obviously Ragnar Blackmane, if you hadn't guessed that already. And then there's another part where you have to kill the most expensive boarding squad in your opponent's army, and you guys can tell us what that is when you cover your army list. But that's it, dead simple, really straightforward, no fancy mission quirks. I don't believe either of you is 30 points under the other, so there's no underdog bonus.
No, I was actually 10 points over for a little while until we realised that's cheating. So yes, not anymore now. You'll be pleased to know. Yeah, and I am running the Aeldari. Now, we have got an incredible, I haven't even had chance yet to do basically, since I got back from holiday, the review of the Warrior Workshop. Is a massive thank you to Siege, this arm, boom, the new Aeldari army that we have in the house. So I'm running, unfortunately, I basically asked Siege to do everything that you can't take in boarding action. So I can't really use much of the army because we've got warp spiders, we've got loads of swooping hawks, we've got more, obviously, shining spears because you can never have enough of those. But I do have the Dire Avengers. We've got 10 Dire Avengers today, and also I've got another 10 Dire Avengers done by Warrior Workshop, and it all looks awesome. And I do have 5 Fire Dragons. I did try to fit the 5 Fire Dragons,
Dark Reapers.
Dark Reapers. I tried my hardest to get them in the list. Mm-hmm. I just couldn't do it to myself. So they look beautiful, but I don't think they're going to work in boarding actions.
Can confirm he did try.
It's not them, is it? Let's be honest. You're not taking rocket launchers around the hull of a ship.
Maybe. I mean, it depends. Is it attached to their back, and are they stomping around and
Free. Are they free? Basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah, something like that.
Sure. Basically, if you get your weapons for free, it's fine. Oh, actually, Michael, I think if you go to camera 2, you can see some of the.
Oh, yeah, brilliant.
There we go. Perfect.
Look at that.
Aren't they beautiful?
It's looking beautiful.
They look fantastic.
They do. It is a beautiful army. Beautiful. That's the warp spiders in there. They're probably my faves, actually.
Mm.
Somebody did, I don't know if you saw it, Michael, you've seen like the memes going about of like how like Terminators have evolved over the years.
Oh, yes.
And
yes,
there's just
I have seen that.
like 10 different iterations of a Terminator. And underneath it is just like the warp spider. Never changed. Okay. He's like, look.
It's perfection, apparently.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need to change when you're that handsome.
Cost effective.
Yeah, exactly. A great investment. Right, anyway, so should we go over army lists?
Yeah, sounds good. So we have, of course, the Aeldari first.
Of course, the Aeldari first. Well,
alphabetically.
Leading the charge tonight is a sermon. Okay, now this sermon is one that I painted back when I first got into the hobby. Now, actually, I'm still pretty pleased with how I painted this model. And this was the model that when I actually played James from Siege, first ever time we met, he actually said I did a really good paint job on it. And at the time, coming from Siege, that was...
That's high praise. That's high praise right there.
I was really impressed. So I've put him on the table tonight because I felt like it was, that's mine and James's kind of connection initially was, chatting about a sermon. Anyway, so he's leading the force. And then obviously I've got the 1 unit of Dire Avengers that had to split into 2 units. Okay. He will make the mob sec one within 6. I've then also got 5 striking scorpions. Unfortunately, I couldn't afford crushing blows. I'm sorry, Ben Jones, but I went for the Banshees piercing strikes instead with the mirror swords. I just felt like, this could be a bad decision. But anyway, there we go. And the custom craft what I'm taking tonight is Hail of Doom and, because you don't use the balance data slate when you play boarding actions.
+1.
I'm also taking reroll, a hit roll, or a wound roll. Is what I'm taking.
Nice.
The stack,
nice.
the
Spicy.
combo.
You might need it, maybe.
Yeah.
What is your most expensive boarding squad?
The Banshees.
Okay, all right. Yeah. So James will get 15 points if he can kill the Banshees by the end of the game.
And I get fancy new rules in this book.
You do, yes. In fact, I'll
Very
get
fancy.
Jord to pass this to you while James discusses his Space Wolves.
Absolutely. So, again, like I said, I brought the Space Wolf list that I could. Of course, we got Ragnar Blackmane. He's going to be the warlord. So, decided to keep it easy on myself. So, since he's named, no enhancements, no artifacts, nothing like that. Not that he needs them. He's going to do plenty of work all on his own. With his own little abilities, everything he's got there. And then, of course, in the troops slot, we've got Assault Intercessors. And the sergeant there has, of course, a Thunderhammer and a plasma pistol to, make sure.
Free.
And it's free. I built them that way, and it really worked out. I was playing the long game. So got them in there, and they're going to be running with Ragnar there. Then, of course, we've got Wolfguard Terminators, because you have to... If I'm bringing Terminators, I'm bringing Wolfguard Terminators. The sergeant there is going to have 2 Lightning Claws, and then I'm going to have 2 models with Lightning Claw Storm Shield, because, 2-up save just is not enough. You always need a nice little invuln and a little boost for any AP that might get through there. We've got one with a Storm Bolter and Power Fist, just in case, a little shooting. And then, of course, you might see a guy with a big missile launcher, ironically strapped on his back, with the free Cyclone missile launcher and 2 Lightning Claws. So if Steve wants to get into combat or stay at range, it's not going to matter for him. Last but not least, we've got the Wolfen, because, again, wolves. And so we got 2 Thunderhammer Storm Shields, because again, gotta bring the pain, and gotta have some saves there. And then 2 with the Great Frost Axes, and the pack leader always stuck with those 2 Frost Claws, but that's fine. The other 4, should do just fine without him. And that brings my list to a flat 500. I put this together in like 30 seconds, and it's surprisingly evened out.
Yeah.
Well, coming in with a $50 super chat, Mandy D.
Oh.
Come on, Space Wolves. Don't let Stephen win.
There's going to be a lot of pressure. I can feel it.
Mandy, you do this to me every week. Even last week, you made me use your list.
I mean,
you were like, Steve, I'm going to make you use guns.
Mandy provided a lot of great tips. I don't know how many of them you followed, though. So,
well, I seem to play a shooting army just like a combat army, apparently.
Apparently, the chat seems to think you both look very alike, and that James is like an alternative version of Steve.
You are handsome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not, but thank you. I mean, if I didn't have the tattoos of Tatooed Tabletop, I'm pretty sure there wouldn't be much else there. These are the attention getters right here.
I like the monoliths you got there.
No, drop pods.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we decided to just take nerddom to the next level and just put it permanently on our skin. Works great.
Monoliths.
Don't start with me. Don't start with me.
So, what is your most expensive boarding squad?
Yes, most important boarding squad unit is going to be the Wolfguard Terminators.
Okay,
Thanks for the cost reduction on the Wolf and G-dubs.
Yeah, so Steve's got to kill the Terminators for his 15 points.
Now, we must also say this. A massive thank you to Games Workshop for sending us this preview copy. And I'm not going to lie, 5 minutes ago when Michael was like, we're doing this new mission from the new book, I was like, I hope to God our NDA is actually clear. And it came out at the weekend, so we can officially talk about it.
You're welcome, Mod. Don't worry. You can trust me. That's why I'm here. We checked.
Just the Key and Peele nervous sweating.
When you were like doing your list, I was like, I'm definitely going to just double check that. But anyway, we are reviewing this brand new book for Arks of Omen. And essentially, these Arks of Omen books kind of continue the story, the narrative and all that kind of stuff of what's kind of happening, from 9th edition as we go into 10th edition. So that's pretty exciting as well. It's good to see what's going to come out in the future. Obviously, Games Workshop, as of today, reviewed the Lions rules, or maybe
they showed them.
What did they show? Obviously, I'm going to.
Yeah,
we've got a sword. We've got a shield.
Showed his data. Yeah, showed his data. Just all of his his hits, his wounds, everything. Lion's going to be a beast.
Anything
as we'd
else?
expect.
Or just the numerical stuff?
Mainly numerical stuff. One of his abilities, they did talk about how he can come in from Deep Strike because he walks through the woods. Yeah, Forest Walker.
Like that. Yeah.
That's okay, cool. So you've got Deep Strike.
He's got a Deep Strike and he rerolls his charge when he does so too.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And he's got a fresh new book coming, a nice little audiobook for me.
Yes, very nice. I am not going to lie, I am looking forward to collecting Dark Angels.
Oh,
I've got one.
You're going to collect Dark Angels,
I've got 3 right
Steve?
here. Yeah.
I am.
Traitor.
I am.
Now, I think this morning you mentioned that you'd picked up a very, very special miniature. Probably has inspired the Dark Angels collecting.
But obviously, I'm not going to start playing Dark Angels just yet.
No, they're too strong right now.
Way too. Me and being a snowflake with my snowflake armies that are obviously terrible. I couldn't possibly play the army. So what I'm going to do is use this like a bit of a slow grow.
Yep.
So me and Jakey have been talking. Jake's thinking about taking some salamanders. He's thinking of starting a new army, a bit of salamander action. So super excited to help Jakey with his kind of salamanders. But what's Jake? Well, I'll let Jake talk about his own army. But he's got a really cool idea for like a salamanders themed army. Because we're all kind of thinking about, new armies for obviously the new edition. Always a great opportunity at this point. Start getting your models in, start getting them built, painted up, etc., etc. Kobe, you're thinking about sisters, aren't you?
I am indeed.
What are you thinking about?
I was looking at Emperor's Children.
Emperor's Children,
Yeah.
nice. Seb?
I'm not.
He's not. Seb's staying well clear. And Michael, what are you thinking? And maybe like a new little hobby project?
Yeah, I was actually looking at the Space Marines. I was thinking, which faction do I really want to play? And I think I'll probably play Dark Angels.
No,
Oh,
I'm taking the Lion, okay?
okay, fine. I don't know, actually. I might dip my hands into Gene Stealer Cult again.
Oh, yeah.
Get some extra help,
I
extra
like it.
hands. Yeah, that could be really interesting.
All right, nice. Anyway, so without all the kind of niceties out of the way, let's play some boarding actions.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Will put the dice cam on and we can see who's going to be going first.
Right, here we go. Dice cam's on. I've rolled a...
Oh, that's
look
we're off to a
at
great
that.
start.
You are another Steve.
Perfect.
These VT dice don't always
Yeah,
roll
you know what,
ones.
let's-
Yeah.
you know what? I'm going to trust this one again.
You're going to trust it? I
Yeah,
wouldn't.
yeah,
Go on. I rolled a 6.
All right,
Okay.
yep.
Rolled a 3.
Yeah, all right, yep.
Yep, cool. So that is a Aeldari turn 1. And as we go into my turn 1, I'm going to let Michael go through our channel sponsors as he mutes us.
There we go. Right, with those muted, we do have another super chat from Mandy, $10. None of you said Necrons, sad face. So I might look at Necrons, potentially. I think Jake said he might look at Necrons too. Obviously, someone's going to have to play the Necrons. But we do also have a friend of the channel who does play Necrons and has a vast collection. So we'll probably get Rich in when the new edition launches to play some Necrons, because that'd be really cool. He's got a beautiful army. So, yes, yeah. Channel sponsors... We do, of course, have everybody that is on our shirts. We have Siege Studios for some excellent commission painting work. They've got Warrior Workshop as well as part of their thing, and you can get, a slightly cheaper but battle-ready army. So if you want to get stuff done a bit quicker, ready for the tabletop, that's the way to go. We do also have the Outpost. So any discount miniatures, there's a link in the description if you want to start picking up your own boarding patrols, etc., etc. Click that link, go to the Outpost, help them out because they help us out, and it keeps the lights on. And also the Colour Forge, lots and lots of different hobby materials, predominantly spray cans, rattle cans, and they're fantastic. Work in many different temperatures, etc. So definitely check those out as well. And of course, we have Harder and Steenbeck. The list keeps going on, George.
Listen, I'm just loving it.
So you need a premium airbrush. You need maybe an airbrush that's suitable for beginners. I think they've got all sorts of things going on now. You can do like a little quiz to see what kind of airbrush is good for you. So definitely check out Harder and Steenbeck for any of your airbrush needs. And then I'm pretty sure I've missed one. Frontline Gaming, there you go. I've got it. It's all in my head. Frontline Gaming, of course, for terrain events all over the States. I'm sure James is very familiar. But yeah, definitely check out their events. Great sponsor of ours. And you'll see some of their terrain on our channel as well in some of our battle reports.
Love it.
Alrighty, so we do have another super chat
There we
from
go.
Peter Harrison. $5.50, going to assume Canadian. Looking forward to this. Hoping to get lads to play this someday. Well, speaking of Jord, in the new book, there's a lot of multiplayer missions.
Ooh.
As in more than 2 players.
Ooh.
So if you guys fancy some boarding actions, we could do some 4-player boarding actions.
Whoa.
There's like 6, if not more, missions for 4 people to play. And then also a bunch of missions for 3 people to play.
Really?
So, no matter how many of you there are, you could just play lots of boarding actions.
That's actually pretty sick.
Obviously, boarding actions is great because it's such a small, compact game that you can get done in a couple of hours.
Yep.
Unless you're Steve thinking about a million moves that we've got on the table right now.
Yeah, and
Even though there's only got 4 units.
Get an extra 10 points.
Yeah, exactly. So, boarding actions, great game. And of course, we know there's a new edition coming, but boarding actions is here to stay.
Which is great news, actually. That's actually
Yes.
it's really good news, which means everyone go get some of the terrain and get started with boarding actions.
Yeah, 100%. Super easy to get it started. And if you are interested in getting started with boarding actions, we do have a course on the way
Ooh.
to learn boarding actions. All right.
Okay.
Now, I do have the thumbs up, so we'll continue that plug later. But back to the table.
Back to the studio.
Back to the studio. Nice. Okay, so we've got loads of new courses coming, as you can probably imagine. And the best thing to do is head over to our website, okay, and go with Learn to Play. And then there'll be subscribe to any of the newsletters there. It's the best way to find out about all of our essential courses that we've got coming up. And anybody on that list will get basically a early bird access. So definitely the place to go, www.vanguardtactics.com, sign up for our newsletters, and that's the best place to get all the information about our courses. And we're so excited for the 10th. We really, really are. And also the boarding actions course is going to be awesome. I've moved. I've done some actions.
Quite a lot.
I've done some boarding actions.
So many doors.
Yeah. So I'll talk you through what I did. We'll work this way across. Started off moving said Dire Avengers over, and I've kept them within 6 inches of a sermon, so they can do the action on that objective. Make it sticky.
When did you open the door?
Oh yeah, good point.
Like, we're doing a course on this.
This was actually a fast
I
forward.
think
his
Steve, you need to
future
do the
plans.
course.
Look, okay.
So to be fair to Steve, he hasn't played boarding actions in a while.
And to be fair, you did you Jake did the course.
Me and Jake did the course, so
yeah, but you're right. I need to do it again. So I'm going to open the door at the end of my turn.
yeah, cool.
Boo. And that's what I'm going to do. Fine. So I've just opened some doors. Cool.
Okay, cool.
Great. Thanks.
You did move though. You got some banshees around there.
Yeah, got some banshees over here. Move the striking scorpions to hide so you can't rocket. I'm so scared of that rocket launcher. It's unreal. And then advance the banshees forward. They wouldn't be able to advance in action, so I'll leave that door closed. And then this unit of Danny's.
You can always open a door, even if you advance. So you slam that door open.
Straight back up.
This place is haunted. Literally, doors are just opening left and right.
I know. Here we go. So there we go. End of my move. The Dannies, they open this one. Banshees open that one. And there we have it. Yeah, cool.
Right, anything else this turn? Or kind of
Actually, I've just realised, what's the range on objectives? 1 inch, isn't it?
1 inch, yeah.
Well, that's a bit rubbish, isn't it?
Probably, yes. Yeah.
Because how am I
Probably,
going to hold an objective otherwise?
Can you get like a lookout sir with Azaman or something, or tuck a guy back? I mean, in most of the boarding actions, it's difficult to hold an objective turn 1, but
if I go there, you're going to absolutely nuke my strikes.
Well,
Not
he
right
won't.
away.
He's not going to be able to get the Terminator
Not
around
right
that
away.
corner because the Terminator with the missile launcher is not actually by the door.
He's not.
Okay, cool.
So,
All right, then
you'll
I'll
probably be
chill
okay.
like that
There you go.
and pray to the avatar that you can only kill what you can see, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Cool.
No,
Another-
no, I'm not sure.
Another super chat in. Mandy D, $10. Way to go, Michael. We'll just leave it there, shall we? It's pretty good.
So humble too.
Keep
I
him
think
on
we
his
should-
toes. Oh, Warhammer Plus did a 3-way boarding actions. Will you guys think of doing something cool like that?
Ooh.
Yeah, why not? We just
Yeah.
need to sort out mics, basically, guys. So keep super chatting so we can afford even more mics.
Can I play Blood Angels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe one of the factions was Flesh Terrors on that boarding actions. I didn't
Ooh,
watch it though.
pretty cool.
Mhm.
Always love
Very
seeing Flesh
interesting.
Terrors.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gabriel
we've
said-
basically got these new microphones, and they're really good, but they're quite expensive. So yeah, these super chats, all that come in, will help purchase another set of these, and we can run up to 8 sets of these in the same room apparently. So
Yeah,
not that we
wicked.
need 16 players, but one more set does get us to 4
Oh,
players.
mate, 16 players, let's do it.
Yeah. Right. Okay. After you've told me the rules of the game and I've stopped cheating, now it's your go, mate, because I can't shoot anything.
Yeah, let's see what we can do. There's probably not going to be much. I think it's going to be pretty uneventful turn 1, but see what we can do.
All right.
Right. Should we mute?
You mute us away.
lovely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, okay.
Did you want to finish off your plug?
I think Steve finished it off. Obviously, new edition, lots of exciting news on the way. So definitely stay tuned. Try and subscribe to our email lists, etc., etc. And
Yeah.
obviously, super chats, everything goes such a long way to help in the studio. But enough plugs.
Enough plugs.
Have you played boarding actions yet, Jordan?
No, I haven't. I haven't actually got one at home, so
Unbelievable.
I know. But I will be running Blood Angels in it.
Yeah?
I will.
Even though you can't run jump pack units?
Mike, don't. It hurts. It hurts my soul.
Yeah.
saying that.
We were going to run some Death Company intercessors.
Never.
Why? Wow, that's
No, I'll just run Firstborn.
rude.
Yeah, I will run Firstborn, Death Company.
Okay.
And Dante's just going to take his jump pack off. It's a bit heavy at the minute.
Right, okay, yes, yeah.
If Steve can
have they
cheat, I
announced
can
when the
cheat.
new Dante's coming out?
Um,
I expect you kept tabs.
no.
No, they haven't. That's a
It's
shame.
hurting me.
That's a shame. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Yes.
Maybe if you just keep ordering the current Dante on the
Yeah,
website.
I've actually got 600 on the way.
You might get. Yeah. Just send back the other 599 and you'll be okay.
But no, I do really want to get into it.
Yeah.
It looks so fun.
Yeah.
And there's loads of different lists that you can run
Yeah.
with it. I've got loads of little experimental lists that I've been making with my Blood Angels. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm sure me and Kobe will be testing it out at some point.
Yeah,
So
sounds good. Well, we'll have some multiplayer missions. Maybe we'll try some of that out.
hell yeah.
Alrighty.
All right.
We ready at the table?
You're unmuted.
All right. Pretty uneventful turn one, obviously. Just got to open the door to start. So we open the door over here for these guys to get ready to come on out. Wolfen advanced. They're already pretty fast with their 8-inch move, but I need to run them and get them to the door because, we got to open doors. And then, of course, I've got to get the Wolfguard Terminators. I could have just opened the door and just peeked throughout that way, but actually I just want to move closer to the objective, so I advanced them and just brought them close, but still just outside of that objective. So
Did you want to open that door you stood next to?
I'm good. I
don't want to?
No.
Okay.
It's a lovely door. It looks great closed.
Okay.
I'll keep it like that for right now. And that's it.
That's it.
And that's all.
All
That's
right.
all.
Okay. Anything scored? I don't think so. Turn
No.
one.
It's
No.
actually
No?
very
Okay. Cool.
non-eventful first turn from
All
either
right.
of us, really. But we go into my turn 2 now.
Mm-hmm.
CP-wise, Michael, what do we get
So you would have both had one at the very start
of the game?
of the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you go up one per command phase.
So 3 is
you'll
what
be
you're
on
saying.
3 each, essentially,
Ooh.
and now going up to 4.
Spicy.
Oh.
Okay, and Overwatch.
Yes,
Is that a...
it's an action.
That's an action.
that is
I
an
can basically
action.
set to Overwatch.
Yes.
Because obviously I've got Danny Dyer Avengers and they're a little bit better on Overwatch.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. So you can move them
Cool.
and then set Overwatch.
Cool.
You can also set to defend as an action.
Cool.
Quite cool actually, because Dire Avengers can action shoot. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Yeah. So that you could shoot and set Overwatch,
Oh, that's cheeky.
which would be very, very cheeky.
That is cheeky.
So yeah, very cool.
Yeah, nice. I think we've got a ghost coming in the door. So
We do indeed.
I did
if
say
you
it
could
was
close
wanted.
it, that'd be amazing.
Are you going to score any points? You next to any
Oh,
objectives?
yeah, one here.
One objective. Okay. So
Yeah.
I'll add that in, and we will have the scoreboard.
And it's because
come
it's
up.
an inch, isn't it? And the ladies could not run fast enough, unfortunately.
Yes.
I did roll a
sadly
5 on them, but they're still not good enough.
not. All
Right, so you can mute Ian. My turn 2.
All right.
All right then. Well, so should we get into this game then, mate? So, what do you think Steve's got to do this turn?
Well, I think trying to make sure that he's going to hold some of these objectives. Probably
Yep.
wants to do the action with some Dire Avengers to make one sticky,
Yeah,
because that will really help him in the long run. I think
definitely.
whenever you're playing boarding actions, you want to make sure you've got someone objective secured, because
Mhm.
then you can do the action secure sites,
Yep.
which, provided you survive till the command phase, means you can make an objective sticky.
Yep.
The cool thing is that Azaman makes himself OBSEC because he's a Dire Avenger.
Ah, that's
And
cool.
he can benefit from Lookout Sir, and he's got his wound
Yeah.
cap as well. So yeah, I think that's probably what we want to look at doing, is making sure we've got this score just generating over the course of the
Yeah,
game. I think
definitely.
turn 4 and 5 is probably where we're going to see things actually get murdered,
Yeah.
and then the
Yeah.
scores will start going up a lot.
Well,
from there.
what has Steve got to look out for though?
Well, the Wolfen,
Yeah.
they've got Fight on Death
Oh, I did not know that.
built in. So, and they hit pretty hard. I think they're
Yeah.
always in Assault Doctrine.
Oh, wow.
So exploding 6s in
Jeez.
combat. So they're pretty deadly. Probably one of the deadliest units to hit boarding actions, I would think.
Yeah, that's
Um,
pretty horrible.
Yeah, real nasty.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to have to see how it goes. Obviously, there's a lot of points up for grabs for killing the most expensive units.
Yep.
So we'll have to see where players can maybe trade for a
Mhm.
warlord kill or the expensive unit kill.
I did see someone ask, can they do actions in board and action?
Oh right, yes, Wolfen. That's a really good question.
Yeah.
I actually I got this wrong in one
Okay.
of the recorded games.
Oh, okay.
Where I had a spawn and I basically didn't open doors with it.
Yep.
Because they can't do actions.
Yep.
However, opening a door is an action that everybody can do regardless of their
Okay.
rules.
Cool.
And you can always open a door.
Actually, you did mention this on the last board and action I did
think
with
I
Death
did.
Company.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So that's good. But we have
Yeah.
got a super chat, haven't we? So
We have indeed, yeah. Luke, £5. Can Steve explain why I should be taking crushing blows instead of letting Mandy blasters proc? It's blowing my head figuring it out. I'm sorry. So crushing blows instead of Mandy blasters. Steve.
Okay, so the great thing about essentially the issue is when you take crushing blows as an upgrade on the Exarch, that basically means every hit roll that you make that actually connects and hits automatically wounds. Okay, so it's quite a lot of attacks. It's strength 5, it's AP 2 damage as its baseline. However, when Striking Scorpions roll a 6 to wound against infantry, they create mortal wounds in addition, all right? So therefore, you skip that stage because you never roll a wound roll because you've already hit and then obviously you've already wounded. But I think averagely with his attacks, you're better off just auto-wounding at strength 5 minus 2 damage. And there are ways to increase that AP as well to get up to AP 3. That's just better than the potential of rolling maybe 1/6 on about 6 attacks. Because one will probably miss, one attack will miss, out of I think 6 or 7 you get. And then, yeah, it might be one mortal wound if you're lucky. So you're better off just auto-wounding with, because you're only strength 5, it does mean like you could run into a land speeder, you know, and obviously every hit's a wound, where, you know, if there's normally like toughness 6 or whatever, it's great to just hit what you like.
I was just like, why did you pick a land speeder? I was like, there's so many better things you've killed with these guys, right?
No, because actually the Crushing Blows guys is him alone to just take out a land speeder straight away.
He's killed Riptides in the past, though, hasn't he?
He has, yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, I know you've got bigger trophies on his rack than a land speeder.
Don't diss the
I
humble
didn't want
land
to make
speeder.
it sound ridiculous, Michael, that people
Okay,
believe
fair
me.
enough.
The fish was this big.
Yeah. He does have some pretty good kills to his name. But
Yeah.
like a land speeder, it's like 6 wounds, right? Toughness
Yeah.
6 or 5 or 6?
6.
6, yeah. So you normally wound on 5s, hit it, AP 2, 5 up save. Most of those go through at 2 damage.
Yeah.
Does a good job.
As Mandy says, if you're Steve, rolling less dice is always going to be better.
Bingo. Never rely on rolling 6s, which seems to be always the armies I pick for some reason. Anyway, let me talk you through what I've done. I was a bit, you know, there might be some tactics going on over here. I did a little pre-measuring, and I pre-measured. I was going to move the Danny Dyer Avengers first, but realised that would completely snooker myself. Do you know what that expression means? Snookered?
No.
Okay, so let me explain. So when we're at LVO, I played on War Games Live, and I said this expression, snookered. And it basically means when you're playing snooker, all right, what happens
It's like
is...
pool, but better.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It requires more skill. Yeah.
You gave the definition with the word in it, and I was like, what's happening?
Yeah. So what happens is you basically get yourself in a situation where you've got no clear line to the ball you want to hit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it makes it like a kind of impossible shot. What I'd have essentially done is blocked myself off. So I had to move the Banshees first, move the Danny Dyer Avengers over, because I can only do this action if they're OBSEC. So I need to get them basically, a sermon is the key. I pre-measured him, pre-measured the 7 to there, pre-measured the 6 to here, pre-measured that out. A sermon moves. Now when they move, they become OBSEC. Now they can do the action. It has to be done in that order.
Yep.
So I've done an action on this objective and an action on this objective.
You'll have to check that more than one unit can do it, but we can check that later.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're set up for...
I'm set up for
Yeah,
it.
you're set up for the next one.
Nothing else I can do.
We do have 2 super chats. Luke's coming with another £5 and says, thank you, much appreciated. Guys, obviously it's boarding actions. It's a bit of a shorter game. We have a bit more time to just talk to you about any of your questions, and we would take the time anyway because your super chats mean so much to us. So if you have a question about anything, just super chat. We'll answer it straight away.
Ask them.
Bad Lads, $1.99, cheering you on from back home, James. This is from Tyler.
Hey, buddy. Good to see you.
Appreciate that, Tyler.
Thanks for hopping on.
Apart from just supporting James, I mean, it's ridiculous. I don't get anyone's support.
I'm popular.
Sure, and handsome.
Well, we were compared as being light, so we're both handsome. There we go.
Both
That's
handsome.
a win. It's a win.
Then I move the Striking Scorpions forward to hug the door. Move the Banshees forward, so they're next to the door as well. That's why we're rolling it. Right, anyway, so I can't do any shooting because I've got a short range. We just need to check the action economy.
Cool.
Let's see if I can do it.
Okay.
Who's going to check that?
Well, you've got the book.
I've got the book.
Yes. Yeah, I passed it to you earlier. I mean,
It's right over there.
we're going to go into James' turn.
Are
anyway.
the-
Yeah.
Are
We'll
the
check
core
over
rules in
my...
it?
I'll
They
get
should be,
moving.
yes. So all of the Arks books have the core rules in the start of the Arks of Omen book.
Good luck, Kobe.
So Kobe, being our key rules checker,
The ref.
we'll have a look. He definitely never gets any rules wrong ever. Right. Okay. So we'll go to James's turn. Are you on any primaries for objective points?
I am not. I tried to get my Wolfguard Terminators up close enough, but
Only an inch now, isn't it?
only an inch, and unfortunately that was a 2-inch advance, so not quite enough to get me there. But, get there.
You will get there.
Yeah, eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
In time.
Fair enough then. So in that case, I think you actually would have gotten another 5 points, Steve, because I thought he'd got to the objective.
No.
Of course, you hold more if you're holding one, so
Yep, you
I'll
do.
give you another 5 points.
Get in.
Alrighty. Okay, well, we'll go to top down and mute you guys.
All right then.
Well, cheeky.
Cheeky.
I guess the 5-inch move on Terminators is a bit of an issue. Because
Yeah.
they're quite slow and you have to go around all of the walls.
Yeah, that inch really does make a lot. You don't realise it when you're playing, because I mean, I use a lot of Terminators. You don't actually realise how much it can impact. There's certain little minutiae in the game that capture an objective, especially when the objective has only got an inch aura to be able to capture it.
Yeah, movement on an objective is in boarding actions is pretty big.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I think Kobe's struggling to find the rule here.
Bless him.
It's not in there. Oh,
Bless
gonna
him.
have to have a look.
The referee's not refereeing. It's all right. Steve's
All right.
got all the books right now.
Yeah, there we go. We've got Arks of Omen, the very first of the books, to double check it for you guys.
We're coming up to getting the Lion one though soon, aren't we? That'll be the 5th one in the
that's
board.
going to be really, really cool.
Yeah?
Really, really cool.
You excited for it?
Yeah, and remember that the Lion can, of course, be taken in boarding actions as per the mustering
Yeah.
boarding patrols.
Can Gilliman
downloads.
as well?
Gilliman can as well because
Ooh.
it's Primark, yeah. Mandy D in again with the big $50. Thank you so much. Says he doesn't get support as we super chat. So for that new Strike Force Agastus box, what option would be the best for the Lieutenant? Power Fist and Plasma or Long Range Rifle? I already have the Indomitus one and the Power Sword Plasma option. Okay, well, on a Lieutenant, which chapter are you playing, Mandy? Let us know that. You don't have to super chat for that bit. Let us know which chapter, and we'll have a good discussion about a Lieutenant's upgrades.
Yep.
But yeah, let us know the chapter.
Combat.
Do we have an answer? Do we have an answer?
Yes. What would you like to know? Meaning of life?
Can you do this action with more than one unit?
One or more units.
Oh, perfect. There we go.
cheeky.
So
Mandy.
always got to check.
And I always appreciate your support. I really do.
Yeah, we love you, Mandy.
Yeah, we do.
Thank you. All right, James is James done?
Yeah, James
looks
is
done.
James is just double checking, and all right.
Okay.
Okay.
Think
So,
we're good.
Talk to us. What's going on?
All right, so did a couple things. We finally brought the lads through the door. Very important to get the objective here.
You doing the action?
We will do the action there.
Doing the action.
Might as well. And then we staged Ragnar up right behind them because, of course, being Space Wolves, their special stratagem that is in Angron is that it allows them to heroically intervene 6.
Right.
Of course.
Great.
Yep, it's fun, isn't it? And then we got the Wolfen. They just opened the door, one swing open, so they're open. They're going to get ready to hop on out there. And then I don't mean to alarm you, but your nightmare has come true.
Right.
The missile has moved up, and he's got a bead on those boys back there.
Right. So you can do some shooting?
Gonna do one set of shooting, yeah.
Great.
We're gonna try for the frag.
Right, hang on a minute. I got some
Yeah,
stratagems.
yeah. Plan accordingly.
You
Let me
have
have a-
loads
let
of
me have a
CP.
Yep, we got plenty of CP to play with here.
So,
Yes.
Right, hold on. There's another super chat.
right.
Oh, perfect.
So Peter Harrison, $5.50 Canadian. Your leg workout killed me today, but you got my support, Steve.
I assume he's talking to you then.
Same, man. I had a leg day as well from Stephen.
Yeah, I've actually started taking on a couple of people, and obviously Peter's one, George's another for coaching. Glad you guys are enjoying the leg days.
Yeah, I feel your pain,
Making some
man.
gains. Some sweet gains. Some sweet gains. So, I'm going to lightning fast reactions,
Makes sense. Makes sense.
and I'm going to make myself -1 to hit with my Dannies.
All right. Sounds good. I believe Terminators take the minus for the moving and shooting with a heavy weapon, correct?
Yeah, so you don't actually need to lightning
Yeah, so
fast.
there you go. Save your CP. Just want to double
Yeah,
check
because
on
it's
that.
-1 to hit anyway because it's heavy.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's strapped on his back, but, you know, it's burdensome. It's
Spin
burdensome.
it anyway.
Just burn it, might as well. All right, so doing the frag,
Sure.
obviously. So we're going to try and get as many shots as we can. 2d6. 7. I can live with that.
Perfectly average.
Perfectly average. Hitting on 4s.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yep, a lot of drops there. But you know what?
About average.
About average. And then T3, so 3s. We got just 2 of them at no rend, no minus, no AP.
We
brain's been all
are,
over
I
the place.
assume, in tactical doctrine currently.
We're in turn 2, so yes,
So,
tactical.
4 upset.
So never mind, 1. Go for it.
Yes, that's a 4. Do you know what I forgot to do?
What?
Fate dice.
Fate, that would be kind of important, yeah.
5, yes.
Good.
Right, well,
Cool.
Who needs fate when you
who
got
needs
this?
fate dice when
Who
you
needs
just
it?
roll good? Yeah.
Alrighty.
Normally
Okay.
me.
Does that conclude your turn 2?
That will conclude my turn 2. We're just
Okay.
setting ourselves up, but yeah,
Brilliant.
once one more turn goes in, I have a feeling there's going to be some combat involved.
Yeah.
That's what you think.
Alrighty.
So,
Just going to run around the board.
it is turn 3.
Turn
Turn
3
going
now.
to turn
Start at
3.
turn 3. Yeah.
Right,
We
cool.
both have an absurd amount of CP.
I get, I'm up to 4.
Yeah.
5 even.
5, yeah, we just
5.
went up to 5.
So,
I
how many points did you get?
10.
10.
Because I hold 2 objectives, as does James.
Cool.
But
Awesome.
I do get my fate dice.
Fate dice.
I couldn't believe they took battle focus away from me. I was like, I got this really cool idea. I'll take Dire Avengers, I'll take some Fire Dragons, I'll do some shooting, some fading. And Mike was like, you don't get that in boarding actions. So I was like, great. You still get your doctrines. I don't get my thing. Anyway, here we go. Not crying about it at all. 2. They are 2.
Psychics, aren't they?
No. Thankfully, that's a 3. That is a 3. These are charges.
Okay.
Oh, these are good.
They're
Fancy.
charges, okay?
Nice.
That's quite
Come say hello.
okay. Right. So, I'll do my moving.
Cool.
Okay.
And yeah, so you mute me and
Yeah.
you can chat to the chat.
All right.
Well, let's chat to the chat.
Someone did ask where Jake is today. I believe Jake is having the stream off. I think he's having a nice dinner with family.
Oh, okay, that's
Which is
good.
a good way to spend
Yeah.
the evening.
Shout out to
yes.
Jake.
Shout out to Jake, obviously,
We love you, man.
absolute legend. And James is very, very sad that he didn't get to see you again here in the UK. He did actually cry a little bit earlier, but that we showed him your portrait because you sent us all that signed photo.
Listen,
So you-
Mike,
he
he
got
still
over
hasn't
it
given
from
me
that.
mine.
You not got one yet?
No, after like what's it been? 2 years? 1 year?
Wow.
It's been a
Didn't
long
you go to
time.
the same school as him?
We didn't go to the same school, but we pretty much grew up together.
And
Like,
he hasn't even given you a signed photo?
I'm disgusted. I am disgusted.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
I'm heartbroken.
Jake.
Jake, come on, fix up.
Unbelievable.
Jokes. We love you, man. We
Unbelievable.
love you. We love you, man.
Some comment on multiplayer games, so 4-player missions.
Yeah.
Yes. Farsight has 4-player missions in it.
It's gonna be cool.
Go forth and play boarding actions.
See what you did there. Go forth.
It wasn't intentional, fortunately.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, so how are you finding boarding actions, George? Learning a lot from these games?
I mean, it's turn 3 and we've just moved. It's turn 3 and we've done a few movement phases. I'm excited to see some combat this turn. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping we're going to see some glorious combat.
Yeah, nice.
So yeah, I am learning a lot. It's definitely, I think it's a great way just to get into 40k though and kind of re-establish yourself with the rules.
Agreed. Agreed.
I mean, you're playing 40k on a smaller scale, but it's still the same rule set. So
Yeah,
it's great.
Absolutely.
It is really good. It is really good.
So let's go back to Mandy's question. She's playing
Yes.
as Hawk Lords, so a Ultramarine successor. Obviously, Mandy, you can run it as whatever you like. So I guess we've got a couple of different loadouts potentially we could talk about. Ultramarines. So you're probably going to be bubbling around a lot of these units that have like tactical doctrine weapons. So having a long range rifle is not bad because you can count as stationary as you move.
Yeah.
So you can get a multiple damage rifle. It's pretty cool. However, I'm a big fan of having a power fist on a lieutenant.
Yep.
Having the ability to go into combat. A lieutenant for spaceman hits on 2s, I believe, in melee. So
Do they?
I'm pretty sure they do. Yeah, I'm pretty sure
It would make sense. It would make sense.
They don't,
I don't
their
think.
shooting's not on 2s though, but their combat is.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't run a
yeah.
lieutenant in like 2 years. So
Yeah. So I think Power Fist is a good option to have.
Yeah.
And I think Plasma, Power Fist and Plasma.
Well, I think it gives, as you just said, with Ultramarines, they're going to take advantage of the tactical doctrine with shooting.
Yep.
So you're going to have a lot of units performing in the shooting phase.
Yep.
So having someone to be able to counter in the combat phase with a
Yeah.
combat weapon that can hit reasonably hard,
Yeah.
I think that's going to help the list out quite
Yeah.
a lot.
I agree. And it can do double duty for boarding actions as well.
Exactly.
Because you're going to be in combat a lot in boarding
Exactly.
actions.
And you can just imagine him just punching doors open. with his power
He's
fist.
like a mini Calgar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Calgar's cousin. Oh no, he's technically his brother, isn't he?
Yeah, they're all brothers.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Because
Yeah.
even though they're successors, they're still brothers.
yeah still
Yeah.
brothers.
Still brothers.
Are they?
Yeah, because they're still got the gene seed of Gulliman.
Right, okay.
So technically they are brothers.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's confusing.
These
After the
Space
heresy,
Marines.
gets confusing, man.
Unbelievable. So we've had someone comment about the combat patrol idea.
Yep.
I mean, that was mentioned.
Yes, yeah.
I think that's a really good idea.
It's going to be great, actually. Again, it's another good way of getting into 40k.
All you need is one box.
One box and you're straight into the game.
Yeah.
And some of the boxes are quite spicy, actually.
Yeah.
They are quite spicy.
Yeah, what's your favourite pick? From
Definitely not the
boxes?
Blood Angels. I'm going to say that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably use the Space Wolf box for a Blood Angels army
Right. Okay.
because that's got a lot more combat
Okay. Fair enough.
stuff in. But
Yeah, that sounds a bit sad.
it's very sad, Mike. But to be fair, man, I think a lot of the Xenos factions have some nice ones. Farsight's one looks really cool. I know Kobe's really upset about that at the minute, but the Farsight one looks very cool.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing Votan in boarding actions.
Votan is a really cool concept in boarding actions, though. Little space dwarves.
They don't get much, but
I think that's the same. They still do a lot of damage.
yes,
But it's
yeah,
the same
absolutely.
in 40k with the secondaries. I don't think their secondary game is top tier.
Alrighty, Steve is ready.
Alrighty. So,
Alrighty.
alrighty.
All right, then.
I just did some advancing. Danny's, a sermon, strikes, all advanced. But obviously, I still can, hang on a minute, I still can advance and shoot, right? If I've lost battle focus.
You can't make battle focus moves.
Right, so I can still advance and shoot without the penalty.
Yes, I believe
Cool.
so. Yeah.
Sweet. So then the Banshees move forward, they have advance, they can still advance in charge. Yeah, I've got some shooting to do. It's going to get spicy. I've moved all of these within 18 inches of your wolves, all right?
All right.
And I've positioned everybody so carefully that I'm not, like on an angle that they can all basically draw a line of sight.
Just try and get a shot of that from top down. You can kind of see. So you need to draw a 1 millimeter
That's
line,
it.
basically.
As
So
you can
yeah,
see, they're on a
nice little
staggered
setup.
line. So 1 millimeter, 1 millimeter, 1 millimeter, so on and so forth, all the way across.
yeah, very nice. Very
Right,
nice.
here we go then. Let's do some shooting. Hail of Doom, let's see what you've got for me. 5 guys going into this unit here. 3 from the sergeant. He gets another 3 because he's got another weapon. And then we've got 1, 2, a 3, and a 4. Are you ready? We want to see some 6s here.
What strength are these?
I'm strength 4, mate.
Okay, then I won't worry about the transhuman physiology then.
I'm going to spend 1 CP though, okay,
Uh-oh.
for a bit of Stormer Blades. And basically that means every 5 to hit explodes.
Wow.
And that's a good roll.
That is a
Good
good
start.
roll.
It's a very good start.
So Hail of Doom means that these 6s, they're going to explode, but they're also going to be AP4 auto wounding, okay? The 3s are going to hit, and I can re-roll a hit roll. And that's a 6. That's exactly what we wanted to see there, Stephen.
You've rolled
What
more
were you concerned
sixes
about again?
than
6.
we'd expect.
I've rolled more 6s than I ever have in my life.
So is this 8 additional hits?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You are correct, Michael.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Star Avengers just got spicy with this new strat.
It's because the sermon's next to them. Meant, give them a bit of encouragement. 4s. And obviously what we're looking for is them lovely 6s. Okay, so if you wouldn't mind rolling some dice for me. So you got 5 here at -2, I believe. Yeah, sounds about right. 5 at -2, 1 damage.
All right, so those are going to be 5s. Save one.
Okay,
One damage
cool.
piece.
Yep.
All right, so that's 2 boys gone.
Okay.
And we've got a pluck from a line of sight, if I recall correctly.
And then these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are all at
-4.
yeah.
So those just go straight through.
But I
Yeah.
don't think I kill the sergeant because I don't think I can see. Yeah, I can't see the sergeant.
Yep, but
So
you
you're
get,
fine.
yeah,
The
you
other
got
two
that
are- Capuche.
guy. All right.
Well, that I'm not going to lie, was pretty good. I
Don't know what you were worried about.
probably overkilled that unit. Probably should have done that strat on this unit and hit that on the Wolfen.
They might be upset about that. Yeah.
Might have been upset. So now what I'm going to do is move over to this unit and rinse repeat on that unit there.
All right.
Now I'm not going to get the extra 3 shots because the sergeant's not in that squad. Oh, Danny's my boys. They're just so good. 1, 2, 3,
So
4.
for this one, I believe the Wolfen will get cover because there's intervening terrain.
They're
Just
absolute-
but there wasn't any for the assault intercessors, sadly.
No.
Oh, it's got some
Now
sixes.
you soon will be able to buy these VT dice off on our website. Okay.
You too can roll 6s.
Reroll a miss. Take it. What would you do, Michael? Reroll a hit or a wound? What would you save your reroll for
Well,
in this situation?
I would probably re-roll a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you can re-roll a dice earlier in the stage, then you're more likely to get more out of it.
It's also on a better roll, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you got
And-
more chance.
If you roll a 6 either way, in this case, you get your AP4 wound.
So what you've got here, mate, is 3 at AP2.
Okay, and then cover and storm shield, correct? So just base save.
Yeah, 4 ups.
Alright, so 4 ups. Let's just do those.
1 takes a wound.
Okay.
One takes a wound.
Okay.
And
Alright.
then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And
Okay.
4. All right, so
How
I
many
have to
storm
slow roll
shields you
these.
got?
We got 2 storm shields.
Okay.
So I'll just slow roll these.
Let's just see who I can actually... I can only see this guy here.
Okay.
I can see that guy.
Okay.
But I can't see the other guy with a storm shield. But obviously, how does that work, Michael?
So-
Explain
Yeah.
that.
So anybody that can't be seen cannot be allocated to. So
Oh,
You've
okay,
essentially only
so-
got the one storm shield guy who can take the hits.
All right, so then those
I'm
2.
happy though, if you want to put the storm shield guy in replace of that guy, just swap them over. So that because it's kind of what they would have done, right? They would have
Yeah.
stood by the door with their shields up. Obviously, if that's a rule that you didn't know, and if something you would have done, feel free to change those models over.
Yeah, might as well keep the game going a little bit longer than 5 seconds. Let's just swap those 2 guys
I
out.
trust in your dice rolls, James.
You're right.
You're gonna be
fool.
fine.
You fool.
Use Steve's dice.
All right.
These are all on 4-ups.
Yep.
And
So,
these are the only 2 models I can kill anyway. So
Alright,
you can
so-
roll them all together.
so
1
the-
dead so far.
1 dead.
Yep.
Just pluck. It would have to be that guy.
Yep.
Well, so then this would kill.
No,
you,
Now these all roll on him on 4-ups,
Alright.
and that's all I can kill. Cool. So I killed
Yep.
2 models.
yep, kill those 2.
Now that's not bad. That's not bad.
Look at them.
Okay, charges. So, the Ragnar charge is an 8. I could make him because I've got a miracle dice, fate dice even. But I believe you've got a stratagem, haven't you?
I've got a few to heroically intervene for the Space Wolves. Otherwise, a lot of them are primarily offensive and, of course, just transhuman physiology.
And how many wounds does Ragnar have?
Ragnar should have, I
I
want to
believe
say,
it's 7 or
I
something.
think he's got 7.
He's
got
got a lot of
bit
wounds.
beefier.
And a 4-up invuln.
He's got
Yep.
6 wounds, and he's got a 4-up invuln.
Right. So I could try and take him out now.
Bold
So
move.
But you can fight on death, can't you?
I can fight on death.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. So I might just go for the intercessor here, play it cagey, and force you to come to me. So I think I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to... Oh, you can heroically intervene 6?
Yes, I can.
Right, well, in that case...
I mean, you've got to lose models somewhere. I'm the only one losing them
No,
so
I
far.
don't like losing models. I'm just going to declare him then.
All right.
Then I'll give you the decision. Roll it, putting the 6 in, 7. I'm in, okay?
Right.
And then you can make that choice if you would like to heroically intervene into me or not.
I mean, we've got to ask the question, what would Ragnar Blackmane do?
What would Ragnar do?
I don't think we should ask Ragnar Blackmane what he would do. He's kind of reckless. And as much as I do want to heroically intervene, that means you can allocate stuff to me, and I don't
Yes.
feel like losing him. So unfortunately, the lad's gonna have to have his saga written in the Fang,
Yeah.
and Ragnar will avenge him.
Fair
I think
enough.
is the route we're gonna have to go with that.
Okay. Wow, Ragnar, you've changed.
He's matured. He's really grown. He's really grown a lot. A lot of character development in books.
Maybe he's just looking this way and he's not seeing it.
He's just completely here.
Yeah.
What's going on here? No,
Right, okay,
it's
here
all
we
his
go.
hair.
This is the sergeant.
All right.
She'll reroll a miss. Okie dokie.
I'll say, yeah. What's this all wounding on?
This is wounding on. I've got I've got +1 to wound on the charge.
Okay.
Do not play a stratagem.
Do not play a stratagem.
I've got so many attacks at AP4.
I've got so many CP, but
But
all
I mean,
right.
you
Do
could
it.
if you want.
Do it. You might as
You know
well.
what? Yeah. We'll drop down to 4 because it only costs 1 transhuman physiology.
4s. Okay, so you've got 2 saves. This is just the sergeant.
All right.
AP3.
Nope.
He's 2 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, let me just grab that guy.
Yeah, the mirror sword lady does the thing. Yeah, with the piercing.
Had the
strikes.
CP. Might as well burn it.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, okay, cool. So we're both down to 4 CPs. I've got a charged fate dice left, but I can't use it, so let's not worry about that. And that concludes the end of my turn.
Very productive.
Yes, thank you. That's actually a good turn.
Are
for
there
me.
any morale checks to do?
No.
Don't know about Wolfen's leadership, you see.
Oh, Wolfen would
I
be
think they're fine.
8.
Okay.
If
So,
they're
yeah,
8,
fine.
they're fine then.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah. That's all good. Okay, so any points scored? No units have died that are the important units
No,
not
for
yet.
points. So over to James then. And what are we sitting on objective-wise, James?
Well, we lost this one, so we just have that one all the way over
Wow.
there.
Steve, bullying you.
Came all this way. It was a
Can't
long
believe
flight.
it.
There were many crying children on the flight, Steve.
Oh,
Didn't get to sleep or nothing.
Okay, so
Let's just mute now.
Yeah,
Yes.
just shoot it.
Right, Mike. So, how do you think that turn went?
Yeah, it was very, very interesting. I think probably the correct move not getting involved with Ragnar. He is the warlord, so you've got to kind of make sure that you don't give up those 15 points for the mission
Okay.
easily. And of course, we knew we were going to lose that intercessor, so Steve probably could have allocated a bunch of attacks to Ragnar. So Ragnar obviously is going to need to go in and clean someone up. The Banshees only get fight last if they charge, so we
Okay.
could get involved with Ragnar this turn potentially.
Well, so my thinking with it
Mhm.
was, why would you not charge Ragnar in this case? Because isn't Ragnar not going to be able to hit and just kill the Banshees and get 15 points for killing the most?
As in, why didn't the Banshees charge Ragnar?
Yeah.
I think the distance was just a little bit too far away. We
Ah.
probably didn't want to. I know we had the 6-inch.
Mm-hmm.
What's it? And also Ragnar can fight on death, which means
Okay.
you lose the Banshees in your own turn as well. So
Right, okay.
potentially, I can see why Steve didn't charge there.
Oh, because he
Yeah.
gets the objective as well, doesn't
Yeah, gets the objective.
Cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
he? Yeah, sorry,
Uh,
that's just the black rage in me just going...
No, absolutely. Well, we've got to question these decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of tactical things going on in boarding actions.
Definitely.
And now, of course, he has the option to potentially charge Ragnar into the Dire Avengers.
Yep.
Or go for the Banshees for the kill.
Yep.
There's a few different options, but of course, if Ragnar goes in one direction,
Mhm.
then the Eldar can try and pick up the pace in the other direction.
Yeah.
And I think Steve, it looks like he's trying to avoid these Terminators.
It definitely looks like there's a massive...
I don't blame him.
I mean, has that objective been abandoned in the top top left?
Yeah, it's been made sticky, thankfully.
Oh,
but,
okay. That's what I was
it
worried
has
about.
essentially been abandoned.
Okay, cool. So at least Steve's still got that objective. And Terminators, unfortunately, are slow boys.
Yeah.
So they won't be getting onto that objective anytime soon.
No, I suspect they'll probably spend a turn or two advancing.
Yes. They're going to need to because we have only got 2 turns left. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. But let's see what they're going to do. We're going to go back to them now. So here we go.
All right, so we're in a bit of a pickle here.
Oh, I hate them.
Yeah, it's
Literally.
they're delicious. They're delicious, but they're a problem to be stuck in. You do not like pickles? What's wrong with you?
No, I hate them. Absolutely hate them.
This country's backwards.
Anything vinegar based is just disgusting.
All right. Well, so Ragnar actually has decided that he's probably going to pick something a little juicier. I think he's feeling.
You mean weaker?
Weaker. Yeah, that's the word. A little bit weaker there. We're hopefully going to get the Wolfen in here.
It, 7?
It looks like about a 6 to get in there, so fingers crossed. And then, of course, we moved up our Terminators just to draw, for these two, just to draw a bead there.
On the rocket again.
On the rocket, and if the rocket doesn't do it, we've at least got some Stormbolter shots to see what we can do.
And you still got your objective there, haven't you?
And yeah, they're kind of important. Still got to score points somewhere.
Well, let's do this then.
All right, so we'll start off with the shooting. Let's just get the big back missile launcher out of the way.
Yep.
2d6.
7.
7
Nice.
again.
7.
Perfectly average. I'll take that.
Good, good, good. 4s.
And 4s. Not same as last time about.
It's not so good, mate, then.
No. And 3s. Oh, just 1.
Oh, okay.
So your Dannies are doing good.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, we're gonna try that Stormbolter then.
Sure. That's better.
Yeah, he's looking a little sharper. He's got a line of sight there, but still just 2. And
AP,
of course, AP nothing because we're in the Assault Doctrine.
1 dead.
Because when we go to turn 3, we go to the Assault Doctrine. That's the
The
Space Wolf
Eldar
way.
blood has been spilt now. Sorry, James from Siege, but you know you've lost a model.
Yeah.
Didn't paint them well enough.
No,
Clearly.
No.
That armor that just bounced off. Maybe that's why the Dannies over here were so much better.
It's true.
Painted beautifully, you know.
You know, I think what we'll do is we'll have Ragnar.
Chuck a grenade. Don't make your charge longer though. That would be a bad move.
That's actually a very fair point. You know what? Yeah, we'll shoot straight ahead. Let's just do that. Pistol
Hits.
and pistol. No wound.
Ragnar, come on, man.
I mean, he's got the Frostfang. Frostfang's a little cumbersome.
Cool.
So
Charges.
charges, big one.
Yeah. You need a 6, we said.
Yep.
Come on. Oh dear.
Oh yeah. Well, good thing we have a lot of
CP.
Yep, a lot of that.
Roll 2 different dice, James.
Yeah, I'm gonna set those down.
2 different dice.
Let's
That's what I always do. And
6. So
always
basically, just don't roll a 1 or a 2 on any dice, and you're fine. That's a 4.
All right, there we go.
okay.
It was 8 hours. Actually, it was 7:15
Let's
to
just
fly
measure.
over. Yeah, we'll just keep going. Let's
Just measure it.
all right, you want to double check it?
Yeah, definitely
Yeah,
6 on the
yeah,
dice.
yeah. Fortunately, counting's the same. The metric system's different, but
Do you not get like
unfortunately-
+1 or anything?
No, unfortunately not.
Wow.
Blood
Yep.
Angels for the win.
All right, well, we're gonna try and not cry here. Ragnar's gonna.
Is it worth
Okay.
now charging the Banshees with Ragnar?
I mean, it would be good to take the objective back, but the Dannies are gonna come back in, and they'll probably take a big shot at Ragnar, and I don't trust his force. But. Yeah,
It's true, actually. Like you raise a good point.
Yeah.
It's really annoying you didn't actually make that charge.
Yep.
Because, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, best bet, because what's the movement on the Dannies there?
The movement on the Dannies is 7,
Is 7.
and I can advance and shoot.
Yeah, so I mean, you'll be able to get everybody in there.
I mean, I'm happy to say you make that charge, because I don't know if you necessarily moved your unit as far as you could anyway from their original position.
Yeah, they move miles, don't they?
They use 8
not
inches.
8
Yeah.
inches.
I don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
you moved the full move.
Okay.
So I'm happy to say you make the charge, because otherwise, yeah, this game is going sideways pretty quick.
Hold
Yes,
on.
very quickly.
Hold on a sec. There's a door right next to you. You could have just put one Wolfen next to that door, opened it, and charged through it, and that would have been like way less than a 6. Like if you just stood next to that door,
Yeah.
opened it,
So
charged through.
The door here is we open this at the end of the movement phase.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and then now you can charge, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Good coaching moment
You'd have
there.
been here,
Yep.
and now you got a short charge to there, yeah?
Yep.
Cool.
All right.
That makes a lot more sense.
They're so
Okay.
nice in the
Cool.
UK.
Bear in mind, right, this is James' first time playing on stream. And it might
Please.
look easy
And
at home.
first time playing boarding actions.
First time playing boarding actions too.
And any game whatsoever.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah, I did the academy. Never, haven't played a single thing of 40K. This was all assembled just before I left.
So, again, it's not as easy as it looks, guys, at home. And yeah, straight into here.
Straight into there.
You're in.
There.
Cool.
All right. And
Up against that wall.
Yeah, just right up against there.
Yeah, you don't need to get any closer.
No, don't need to push it.
No.
All right. So with that in mind, I think it's smart if we swing
with the wolf.
with the big
Definitely
thing
go with the
first.
wolf.
So here's an interesting question, Steve.
Yeah.
A nice
Oh.
coaching moment again.
Yes.
Go on.
The Wolfen do fight on death, so do you need to go first with them?
Yes, you still do. You always do in your own turn. And the reason for that is because you don't want to give up a unit just because you've got fight on death. You still want to keep your asset alive and use fight on death as a way of killing models in your opponent's turn rather than just going, oh, I've got fight on death, I'm just lazy. Still make those clinical decisions, yeah.
Yes, that's a lesson I've learned many times. Just because they might wipe out whatever they get in the fight with, doesn't mean you want to lose them.
No. They still want to be a good threat on the table for your opponent to deal with.
They do.
Right, what's going on here? Talk to us, James.
Just
All
do
right.
the lightning claw, see what he does.
You want me to start with the pack leader?
Yeah, he's got all the
Pack
attacks.
leader.
He's got a few. So charge, hitting on 2s.
Cool.
Perfect. And the 6 actually explodes because they're always in the assault doctrine, and we're actually in the assault doctrine right now. So
Right.
perfect. And then wounding on 3s and re-rolling any fails.
What strength
Is he
are
not
you?
strength 6?
They are strength 5.
Oh, okay.
So drop
Oh,
those.
just a bit disappointed, to be honest. I thought
A
that
A
was
little
strength
bit.
6.
That's going to be AP 2 going to 3.
So 5 ups. Cool. 1 damage, 2 damage.
1 damage for that.
So that's the 4 single ladies dead. I've just got my X-Arc left.
Perfect.
When I say single, they may well be engaged, taken, or anything like that. I just mean single wound models, okay? Not talking about their relationship status.
I think Banshees live a very solitary life, potentially, but we don't know. Can't confirm.
Who knows?
All right. Now, on to the big thing.
Right.
The Great Frost Axe is one of my personal favorites when they costed points.
So all
All
hit.
right. Yep. 6 explodes there.
Yep, nice.
And definitely wounding on 2s because we're strength 8.
Cool, cool, cool. I'm happy to pick up this lady,
Yep. Sounds good.
but what would the chat say? There we go. She's dead.
Perfect.
The chat says those doors are well camouflaged.
They are.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, good tip, paint hazard lines or something on them.
Yeah.
Very
It's the only way I was even able to tell that there was a door there.
Do you know what? I did some airbrushing. We did a little tutorial for Harder and Steamback the other day. And I was playing around with masking tape, right? And Seb was like, oh, do you know what you could do, Steve? You could redo all the hazard line on that boarding actions train. And I was like, you saying it's not good enough? You saying my lines aren't straight with just my brush that I did incredibly quickly. Look at that.
I think they look lovely.
Seb's taking it personally.
I was like, Seb, does it like offend you when you see these hazard stripes or something? Because I tell you what, the hazard stripes on my Airfix model was pretty sick.
You know what? Show them what you really got. Make Iron Warriors. Just get all the hazard stripes.
For the love of God, no. Right, anyway, so love of Porter Arbo even.
Yes.
Right.
Would
okay.
you like to swing with the Dannies, or are you gonna?
No, I'll save my five CPs, thanks.
All right. So we'll start with 7, and because he's Ragnar, his shock assault is 3 more dice.
3 more.
3 more. He's got 10 attacks total.
Right,
Hitting on 2s.
right. And 3 explode.
Oh yeah, there they are. I love Space Wolves.
And strength,
Strength 6.
great. So 2s.
Just prop those 2 out.
And AP,
-4 going to -5.
right, so on my invents. Oh, look.
Oh, that actually looks as solid
They
for
are-
a second there.
Yeah, it did.
3, 4, 5 damage.
Damage 2.
Oh, yeah, dead.
Yeah.
Right, that's fine because a sermon is not happy. He's not a happy boy seeing his guys go down in chainsword.
Bring it, Elf Boy. Let's go.
There we go.
All right, so plucked a little bit back. Your turn was particularly brutal, but we've got our objective back, which is great. Ragnar is coming to say hello through the door there.
And, most importantly, you've killed my most expensive unit.
Very important.
And even more importantly, Mandy's done a $20 super chat and says, got to agree with Seb. Sorry, Stephen. Maybe use that chance for another tutorial.
The fact that the super chats to insult you, I mean, it's nice, but
hurts.
it does.
It does hurt. Yeah.
It's just like someone just throwing money at you, just like,
Insult.
you look
Insult.
terrible today.
Yeah, I know. It hurts.
It's okay, though. It's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
My turn 4.
Yeah, let's
Yep.
pop on over your turn.
I get 2 fate dice.
Yep, see what you
And I've
got.
got a psychic test. Great. And the great thing is, because I don't have a psych, I can't even re-roll it.
Yep.
And I've got a 5, which is a wound roll.
Oh, that is good.
That is good.
That will be very beneficial.
That is good. And I got up to 6 sippies.
All right, we'll go up to 4.
Sippies. What vippies do you get?
Vippies, I'm on 10. Because this one's sticky and this one's sticky.
All right.
Okay?
Okay, there we go.
Right, I'll mute
So
you.
start about round 4. Top down. Here we go.
Right. That was pretty brutal.
It was, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Loads of interesting things happening, of course, with the opening doors, charging through is really, really cool. And as you can probably tell, when you're fighting things in combat, they don't have to be in line of sight.
Yes.
You can just kill anybody that's fighting there.
Exactly.
I like to think that Ragnar threw his chainsaw Darth Vader style
Oh yes.
across all the sort of more like
the
if you've
Rogue
seen-
One. The
if you've
Rogue
seen-
One scene.
yeah. Or maybe like if you've seen Clone Wars, if you're a fan of Clone Wars,
Yeah.
where Darth Maul throws his what's his name? Savage Press.
Oh, Savage, yeah.
And there's like the Syndicate. and
Yes.
There's this big table basically, a long table,
Yeah.
and like 7 dudes sat at it.
Yeah.
Throws one double-edged lightsaber and cuts all their heads off.
Cuts everyone up. Yeah.
So that's what Ragnar just did.
Ragnar is basically Savage Press for all of our Clone Wars fans.
Yeah, and that's why he's got his hand out like that. He's actually a Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine that. Force push.
Mhm.
CP for a force push.
No, unlimited power.
Yeah.
That's the
Ooh.
hand he's making, I
Yes. Emperor Palpatine.
think.
Emperor Ragnar.
Emperor Ragnar.
Oh.
Oh, Tatooed Tabletop. Oh, this guy again. Gifted 10 Vanguard Tactics memberships. Well, thank you so much, Tatooed Tabletop. James,
What a lovely guy.
weren't you something like that? You're something like that on YouTube, aren't you, James? Tattooed. What are you again? Tattooed. Oh, that's you. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you so
Whoa.
much.
I have tattoos?
I thought that was crayon.
Really good crayon.
It is really good. It's well drawn.
He was in the makeup booth an hour before stream.
There's another $10 super chat from Mandy. If it makes you feel better, Stephen, you can critique my paint job in the hobby discussion channel in Discord.
We'll do. Straight on it.
No mercy.
Okay, so what was I saying? Anyway, I've actually got a really exciting announcement to make, but I'm not going to make it yet, so I'm going to hold steady. I've been working on a little project at home.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to say it just yet in case I can't bring it to fruition and then people be disappointed.
Well, you're used to disappointing people, aren't you, Steve? So, I'm joking. I'd like to keep my job, thank you.
Well, there's not been enough compliments today.
I've
Sorry.
got my resume on my phone.
Your hair
Yeah,
does look really good, though.
It does actually.
There were
yeah,
some comments in the chat saying you both had a great
Yeah.
hairstyle.
Do you know what's really funny, right? So I
Mm.
sat down the other day having my hair cut. And anyway, my hairdresser, she was like, Steve, do you know what? I had another Warhammer YouTuber here near the other day. I was like, no, you didn't. She was like, yeah, I did. I was like, no, you didn't. And I was like, all right, who was it? She was like, I can't remember their name. I was like, right, we need to find out. So anyway, described the gentleman that was
Yeah.
having their haircut. And I was
Yeah.
like, who is this? Turns out that the legendary Joe the Beard from Tabletop Tactics also has his haircut cut by the same hairdresser that I have.
Wow.
Wow.
There you
What
go.
what are the chances of that, everybody? And that's
Fashionable
why
gentleman.
Me and Beard both have great hair because we've got a great.
Mhm.
Fantastic.
Barber, yeah.
Fantastic beard. Beard has.
Yeah, me too. Right. Anyway,
Super clean.
so shooting phase, and if you don't, go and follow Tabletop Tactics because they're pretty awesome too. Shooting phase, the Dannies into the Wolfen,
Yeah.
and I'm going to spend that lovely stratagem once more.
Very good strat, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a nice
Yeah.
one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. No, I've lost a model, unfortunately, so I'm only getting 12 shots. It's not the full pumpage.
Not quite. Oh, nope. Last one.
Last one. Oh,
All hands on deck.
well, that's not so good, is it? I'll reroll this one because that's a miss. These Dannies are a little bit.
That's all right. You got
May
a
have
few
spent all your
explodes in there.
sixes.
Got a few
Yeah, I
explodes.
think I've spent the 6s already.
And these guys are T5.
So you do have to roll to win with the 5s. Remember.
Yeah.
Yep. T5 these boys are.
Oh,
That's spicy.
You
I
worry.
probably shouldn't have said anything and just...
Don't you worry, those 5s came back.
They did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right, so you've got 1 save at -2.
I think I got to put... Well, neither one of them has Storm Shield, so 6.
Ooh.
Oh, look at that.
Okay. And these at -4.
Yeah, that just goes straight through.
So 1, 2,
3.
Can you see them all?
no,
It'll be these two.
I can't, and he's going to get a cover save.
Oh, okay, that guy. Well, still they're at 4-up save, so -4 will still take that.
Right, well, I definitely can't see that guy.
Yeah, so clear out these two.
Does kind of keep it in line, doesn't it? That kind of you can only.
It kind of balances it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
In a way, like really heavy shooting armies don't get to just.
It's helping me out a lot.
Yeah.
So now I've got a sermon.
Mm-hmm.
He's got 4 shots, I believe, because he's got the twins. Or is it
He
6 shots? Let's
Does
have a
have the
look.
twins.
And I think I'm just going to put him point blank range into. It's Assault 6. Straight into Ragnar there. Hit on 2s. They will hit. And I can definitely see you. I'm strength 4, toughness.
Toughness 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So it's all on your 4-up in button.
No, okay, -2.
Yeah. That's 1 damage each.
Go on,
No, it's
Ragnar.
not. It's 2 damage each. He's what a weapon.
Oh, jeez.
Don't panic. It's okay. You've done
No
good
panic.
so
Okay,
far.
dude. Well, okay.
Let's go.
This
There's one.
This one technically was a 4 that fell on the floor. See?
All right, just
All
takes
right.
the 1. Just takes the 2.
2 damage. Okay.
It's all right. It's just dampen that sweat off the brow.
You see, he
I
caught
flew
it all
all
with
this
his
way.
hand.
Right. Okay. So, well, you would take a massive brick of Terminators, wouldn't you?
I would.
So, charge phase, a German, a sermon,
Yeah.
or Azerman, or any other way you
I was
pronounce
going to say
it.
that's 3, Steve.
Going straight in.
Oh,
Boom. He wants it. Double 6.
flying in.
Just there. It was good use.
Slap each other through the doorway.
Right. Are we ready for a sermon?
Probably
Are we
not.
Ready? Have I got any other strats here? Nope. Can't use that one. Nope. Can't use that one. He's not a guardian. He can't fire and fade. He's not a wraith construct. And he's an aspect warrior, but I can't heroically intervene this phase. So, nothing. So 6 attacks. Here we go. First attack, hits. Second attack, hits. Third, hits. Hit on 2s. That misses. I am going to CP reroll this one.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Also, because you rolled those all together.
Yep,
There we go. So 6 hits.
6.
Would you like to transhuman, James?
Yeah, is this over strength 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got plenty of CP.
I know we're going into that late, but you probably would have done it, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Well, it's very likely I'm going to hit 6 times, right?
No,
I'm going to put an auto wound in here.
very important.
So I'm going to roll 5 dice. Okay, that's worked out quite well for you there.
Yep.
Because otherwise, if I'd have rolled any more 6s, you've got 3 saves though.
Yep.
But the 6 is D3 mortal wounds in addition.
Well, I suppose we should probably start with that and find out.
Well, you roll your saves first.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So is that 1 damage, 2 damage?
It's going to be D3. It's flat 3, sorry.
Oh, flat 3. Oh,
Yeah, so that's flat 3.
All right. So
Probably want to CP reroll that one
yeah,
right now.
we'll drop that down. Come on, Ragnar.
Oh. Okay. One more save. You can still do this.
Come on, lad.
Come on. Okay.
All right.
So how many wounds you got?
He's down to a single wound.
Is that right? That's not
Because
right.
it was 3 damage on the one that went through?
Oh, is it 3 damage on the one? Okay.
Yeah. 3 damage on the one that went through.
Right. So
He's
he's dead.
He's dead though.
He's dead.
Wait, that was the mortal...
That's the mortal wound damage now.
Oh, I just rolled the mortal wound. That was the last one I rolled was the mortal wound damage, I thought. The 6? Yeah?
So it's in addition. So
Oh, it's in...
So if you'd have failed, it would have been another 3
Oh,
damage.
so I would have needed to make all of them to not get it? To...
Yeah. Did you take any damage from shooting? You've basically taken 4 damage in combat.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
took
So
2
he's
from
dead.
shooting, that's right.
So I've
Yep.
done 6 damage.
Now, there is something you can do before Ragnar leaves the board.
That's true, and
It's worth it.
it's yeah.
You got 2 CPs.
We got 2 CP. We're going down to 1 CP.
Fun death.
Yep. We're gonna
That is a Space Marine stratagem from boarding actions.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Probably just take the 3 wounds off now, shall I?
Yeah.
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 2
yeah,
extra
six,
hits,
six,
3
yeah,
extra hits. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you just want to pluck
Here
those
we
off,
go.
and
Cool. I mean, I'm fairly sure, mate. I'm dead.
Just
so.
a question, guys. Does
Yeah.
Ragnar have fight first?
Even if he does,
yeah, then it still matches out. So then the activation still goes as normal.
it's not Sigmar.
Only
Yeah.
just.
Only
Because I got a 3-up invuln. Only just, but yeah.
3-up in
Right.
them.
There he goes.
Spicy. Okay, I can't consolidate, so I'm just going to close this door. No, I can't do that. Just go.
Panic, close the door.
No.
Okay, so you do get a big 15 for
Yep.
killing the Warlord.
Azurman.
Just add that on now.
Ledge.
Yeah, very.
Okay.
Right, up against it, James.
All right.
Come on, you can do this.
All right. Going to very stressful.
So
Yep.
it's going to get 10
Turn.
points, holding
10
a couple
points.
of objectives.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, let's do
Yeah.
this.
All right. So he's got 3 wounds on him.
Yeah.
How many wounds does he have total?
He's got 3 left.
Okay.
He's gone for the big play.
Are we muted?
Yeah, you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right then. Well, that was successful.
It was certainly successful.
Yeah.
I really like the little balancing thing of not being able to kill things you can't see. I think that's really,
Yeah.
really nice. Keeps people with models in the game.
It's actually in
yeah.
Heresy, I believe, as well. The mechanic to not
Yeah.
kill stuff that you can't see, which is
Yeah.
even on larger scale games, it works really, really well.
Mm.
Because it means positioning your models
Mm.
has an even bigger impact on how your opponent moves, how you
Yeah.
move.
I think we can all agree that 9th edition's quite killy. Like, it's
Yeah.
very lethal.
Yeah, it's
It can lead to some sort of feels bad sort of moments where you have this one unit it's just
Yeah.
immediately deleted.
there's a lot of trading
Mhm.
and that premise involved when you're using your movements and stuff.
Yeah.
Because, like for instance, I know I'm always talking about Blood Angels, but whenever I move my units and I move them out into the open, I kind of expect that unit's
Yeah.
just going.
Yeah.
So
All right, here we go. Twilight hours
here we
of
go.
the boarding actions.
All right. Yeah. So we're definitely going for the big points. Gotta kill him. Gotta kill him. Who knows? Maybe we survive striking scorpions. No, we won't. We won't survive that. But we'll take what we can get. Move the Wolfguard Terminators out. Hopefully, can make a bit of a lengthy charge there.
You're within 7?
It's within 7.
Yeah.
Just barely. But 6-inch, 7-inch charge hasn't been my strong suit so far. So
So you could, this turn, take out the Dannies and a Sermon.
potentially.
Or as
Shoot the scorpions. Can you see
I'm
them?
going to shoot the
You
scorpions.
can shoot this. And
Okay.
what we said was, I just reminded James, if he leaves a model back here,
Yep.
Yeah.
then just in case he fails that charge, like he did earlier, multiple times,
A few
at
times.
least he's still going to have a model on the objective.
Very
Yeah.
sporting of you.
Yes.
No worries.
Saving me a little bit here.
Okay.
So let's just hop on to some shooting.
Yep.
So obviously,
And by the way, everybody, the pipes, they're just there for aesthetic purposes. They have no impact in the game, okay? So you've got one
Yeah, I've got-
Stormbolter.
yeah, one Stormbolter and that.
And
Otherwise,
okay.
everybody's all melee. So
Cool.
kind of putting them over there. Maybe not the best move.
Probably
but,
not, no.
But we'll see what we can
Probably
do.
should have put him in Deep Strike, mate.
Probably should have put them in
Yeah.
deep strike. That would have been a smarter move.
Yeah. I did ask you.
You did,
Yeah.
and you did give me grief for it,
I
which
did.
is understandable.
Yeah.
It's almost like
You
he
know.
coaches people.
Yeah. Anyway, there we go.
All right, yeah. All right,
Move
let's
on.
see if we can get more than 7 shots because they're T3 as well, correct?
They are, yeah, yeah.
All right, might as well try and go for as many as.
That's 7.
Oh,
You've been consistent.
at least they're consistent there.
Yeah. Now you'll probably get 3 hits like last time.
Probably 4s.
No.
Oh, we got a few more.
4 hits. Treat yourself.
And 3s,
Okay.
but comes back down to 3 anyway. 3.
1 dead.
All right, perfect.
Okay. 1 Strike and Scorpion down.
All right.
4 to go.
Stormbolter.
Oh wow.
This guy really likes to
means
shoot.
business.
Means business.
Okay, it's
Just
two
two?
more saves. One more down.
All right.
Ooh, I'm losing him.
We're trimming a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, so that's our shooting.
Does he not have a grenade?
He does not.
Oh, shame.
No.
Charges then.
Charges. Maybe we should start with the easygoing one, or do you think we should just send it?
I think you go with the big charge first, because that's where you're going to want to spend your reroll, right?
That's true. All right. Here we go.
As a 5. Definitely reroll that.
Yep. There you go. Just get rid of
Come
that.
on, James.
Change dice. Change dice.
Come on.
Yeah, swap
Change.
the
There
dice.
we go. Here we
Come
go.
on, James.
Come on, James.
Come on, James.
Yeah!
70. Overcooked it. Right.
Oh,
there we go.
God. Heart failure.
Within 8. Nice.
There we go. Just
Okay.
everybody's going to follow over. He's going to pop around.
Are you right? Okay, very
Conga
nice.
line it.
And then the charge here. I think you need like a 2.
Yep.
Just don't roll double ones.
Nope.
Oh, I could have saw you do that.
I couldn't we all?
Mm-hmm.
Hi,
Right, okay.
family. Thanks for watching.
Right, where are you going first?
Oh, well, I think what's your Danny's? Aeldari are known for melee fighting, right? Especially the shooting ones. Yeah, I think we'll start here. I think we're going to go for the...
As a big player, I've only got a 3-up invuln. I've got no save.
and these guys,
What damage are you?
damage 2.
Right, so you need 2 to go through.
2 to go through.
And I've got a CP reroll in the house.
Yep. So we got 4 attacks with Shock Assault.
Okay.
Hitting on
see a
2s.
6.
6 is good. So that's just going to go right back in.
Yep.
Winning on 2s.
Here
All
we
right.
go then.
Now, if you could just whiff this, that would be really lovely. Can keep the stream
Whiff
going.
it, whiff it, whiff it,
Whiff
whiff it, whiff it, whiff it.
Not whiffing it so far.
No, it's not a whiff.
That's definitely not a whiff.
Oh.
So- Oh, okay.
Damage 2, yeah?
Damage 2.
So what you're saying is I don't need to re-roll that,
No, you technically don't. Don't have to.
but I will,
You probably will.
because
Yeah.
I'd rather keep him with 3 wounds alive. Come on, CP reroll, spend the CP,
All right.
Oh.
That'll do it.
and then the final save that I've got to make.
Yep. Just take the 2. There we go.
Oh, it takes 2.
All
Okay.
right.
So he's down to 1 wound left.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Would you like to smack with the Dannies over there?
No, I'm good.
No.
I'm dead.
All right. Yeah.
Just pile in 3.
Yep. Ending closer there. So we'll just get at least...
3 models can get within half an inch, yeah.
Yep. So let's just start with the...
How many claws you got there?
We got 3 claws total. So we'll start with that guy having 2 base, go up to 3 for Shock Assault.
2 claws.
2 claws.
Yeah, and the other guy?
And then the other guy goes up to the 4.
Yeah.
That's Shock Assault and claws. So we'll
Okay.
just start there and work our way up.
Okay, nice.
Hitting on 2s.
Claws for days.
Right, 3
And yeah, 3
extra hits.
more there.
Nice, look at that, Seb Cam. Look at that, that's some sort of shots right there, isn't it?
Beautiful. Thank you for making them look good, Seb.
Yeah.
3s and re-rolling fails.
And the AP on this?
The AP on this should go up to -3, I believe.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They goes down so fast, don't they? They really do. Poor little Dannies.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
All right. Swing away.
Did you want to consolidate into me or not? Or are you okay sort of staying out
Oh.
Can he get to engagement range?
from that?
I can get
I think
to-
he's within 4.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah,
could.
within 3.
Just a quicker-
Obviously, it does mean I can then fight.
That's true, and you'll be able. But I think the biggest thing is I think I might want to,
Right, why is that?
because then otherwise, if I stay out,
Mhm.
you'll still charge me. You'll get to swing first. Versus if I tap into you right now,
Yeah.
you'll get your swing,
Yeah.
but then I'll fight first in the next
Yeah,
activation.
and it also stops me from moving anywhere
Yeah,
as well.
keeps you in place.
We'll move this out of the way just because
Yeah.
it's getting in the way.
So we'll hop
How
in.
dare you?
Hopefully, dial.
These guys a little closer, and we're here to fight. This is kind of evened out in the long run. A lot of bodies over there. A lot of bodies over there.
Yep.
Let's see what we can do. All right, finish him. Do it.
Right, so Azurman, 6 attacks, 6 hits.
Yep. Yep.
No mortals.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay. 4 there.
Yeah.
At minus.
This is going to make a difference.
minus
Can you
3.
even transhuman?
Yeah,
roll
-3.
them? They're not.
No, because
They're
they're not
core.
Primaris.
Oh, they're
Minus
Primaris, yeah.
Yeah. -3. That'll take them right out.
Oh, okay. He's dead.
Yep.
Cool, cool,
Sad
cool.
times.
And if only he could fight on death
Then
again.
my Striking Scorps.
Yep.
Okay, just going to go around like that. The Sergeant is not upgraded, so I believe it's 2 base normally.
All right.
No, that can't be right. That seems like a lot many. 4 base, 2 extra for the Biting Blade. Here we go, Biting Blade, Sergeant,
Oh.
it hits.
It's looking good.
No 6s explode though.
All right, perfect.
And then we are -2,
All right.
and I can re-roll a wound roll.
All right.
No mortals either.
All right.
So that's 4 saves, please, at -2. Who are you allocating this to?
-2. I could bring them up to a 3+ because combat we can allocate outside of that.
Yeah, you
Yep.
could
So-
do the guy at the back if you
Stick on the
wanted.
guy on the back, yeah.
Yeah.
All the other attacks that are going to be coming in after this are -1. So yeah, definitely the best shout.
All right. So 3 there. Takes 2 so far. Last 3.
2 damage each. So
Oh,
he's dead.
yep. So he's dead.
Yeah,
He's gone.
cool. And then the other 6 attacks through the, and then the other, they get additional attacks, so 8 attacks. With the 2
Crazy how
guys.
So
many
you're
Yeah.
saying there's a chance. Oh, the chance is going away.
I think I've used my reroll, but I did roll 3 6s,
Yep.
so they explode.
Yep.
And then 6s do mortals, so 1 mortal. These are strength 5, so those at -1. What's all at -1? Yeah, there we
Alright.
go. That many.
Oh, -1.
Who's taking this
Damage
on?
on these 2. Yeah.
Damage 1.
Damage 1. Okay.
How many shields have you got, James?
I got 1 more shield.
Okay,
Take
so
it on
he
the shield.
does have to take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 2s. 2s. Oh, for the love of.
That's fine.
All right.
You could have
now
CP'd
dies.
one if you wanted. Like,
Do I have a CP?
Yeah, you got 1 CP.
yeah, I assume so.
Mine as well. There he is.
Yeah,
All right.
it's okay. But he's
So-
got 1 wound left.
Yeah, so he's got.
Very nice. Okay, cool.
All right.
Morale.
Oh, mortals in addition.
You've already.
Oh,
already
that was it was mortal. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Right. So, good turn, mate.
Oh,
Good damage.
it's quite brutal out here.
Yeah.
There's-
On
there's-
these ships.
That's it, right? There's just those 3 units left.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
this is
It's
the last turn. Coming in now.
Going
Yeah,
into the
it's-
last turn.
Coming down to the wire, actually.
This turn, I hold 2 and hold more. So
You
I've
do.
got the
Yep.
old sticky.
15.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big 15.
And a Sermon's got some work to do here.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Striking Scorpions are going to be fighting after you.
They are.
Do I fall back? Anyway, you mute us, you
Yeah,
can chat to
alrighty.
the chat.
Right, Mike. Well, that was brutal again.
It was.
And
Yeah.
You did predict it at the start of the game that turn 4 and 5 is where all the damage is going to come from, and that has come to pass.
Yeah, I mean, the Terminators did get in, doing the
Yep.
absolute work, as you'd expect
Yep.
for Terminators. And those Storm Shields are really nasty.
Yes. Yeah.
Getting those extra saves
Exactly.
against that high AP. Azaman is a beast, though.
He actually is surprising. I didn't realise he was flat 3.
Yeah, 3 a
Flat
pin
3.
run, flat
Yeah.
3 damage,
That's
mortals.
crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But what would you do though if you were Steve? Would you go for them Terminators?
Yeah, I'd try and because he gets 15 points for it.
That's what I was thinking.
Obviously, James gets 15 in return, but at the same time, it holds them up, especially if Azaman survives.
Yep.
And of course, you've still got the Scorpions hanging around objectives as well.
All good?
All right. Surprisingly, that didn't take very long.
Wow.
Yep, I just. Am I unmuted?
Yeah. All good.
I decided to fall back with the Scorpions simply because on my Fate dice I rolled a Psychic test again and a save. So I thought if I whiff that charge, I'm going to be really annoyed. So I thought I'll just get them out of the way. Because you're going to fight before me anyway.
Yep.
And it only takes one guy with a Lightning Claw to just finish them off. And then also another Lightning Claw could probably finish off a Sermon if that comes to it. So a Sermon has to do it all. He's got 4 models staring in his face right now. He's going to do some shots. He's going to do in combat, and he's going to see if he can bring back 15 big points for me. So a Sermon, first of all, with it in the shooting phase, 6 shots.
Could you do me a
And-
favour, James, and just turn them to face him?
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Rev
Just
up
for,
the drama here.
Sebcam would look.
Let's get
There
a
we
good
go.
focus
There you
on
go,
that,
you see.
Pack leader, cape
There we
flowing
go.
in the back.
What, do you know what we've done?
Drop dice.
1 dice.
Okay.
You know what we've done, don't we? we've put me on the wrong side of the table. Because if I was on the other side, we'd have constantly seen a sermon like this, rather than all we've seen all game is his cloak. Anyway,
It's a beautiful cloak.
Are you saying my models are ugly?
Yeah, but all we've seen is the sermon's cloak. you
That's
know?
true. That's
Right, so I'm going to spend that stratagem again for exploding 5s, because it just says Azarani unit. He's going to get an exploding 5 with his...
Twins.
I don't think they're called the twins. I think they're called something else, probably fancier.
I like the twins.
I think I'm going to rename him
Okay.
a sermon.
You're going to rename Asmon the Phoenix Lord.
I think so.
the named character.
I think I'm going to call him John Wick.
Okay.
Right. They're called the Bloody Twins.
Do you think the wolves are going to do anything to a puppy?
The Bloody Twins. That's what they're called. That's close. I've rolled a 5.
You did roll a 5.
So that explodes.
Perfect.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Strength 4.
Toughness 4.
So that is 2 wounds. Oh, hang on a minute. Whoa.
Nope, there was a 6.
Sweet
Yep.
baby avatar.
Yep.
That one there, -2. This one here, -4.
Sweet baby
All right.
avatar.
-2. Well, it's got to go there.
You can pick which order you do this in.
Okay. Well,
Which is more beneficial to you right now? Does it make a difference or not?
Not particularly. We just got 1 storm shield.
I think it's best you take... Because what's he on at -2 AP?
-2, he'll go up to a 3 because he gets a +1 from the storm shield.
Right.
So, I think we're going to go with the 3.
Okay. That's a 3.
All right, we're safe there.
Now you've got to make a 4 up with him.
Yep.
Here we go.
Come on.
Oh,
Go.
it's gone off the table. He's
Nope.
gone. Right.
Well.
You're going to save it for now or for later? It's on a 4 up either way.
It is on a 4 up either way. I mean, I need to have that 4 up for that after.
But if you have it now, you've got it now still.
That's true. Well,
So definitely
if
do it
I
now.
fail, he dies. Yeah, so yeah.
Absolutely want to do it now, yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
It's a 4.
What a beast.
The Bloody Twins have done absolutely nothing, so John Wick's going to take his pencil, he's going to declare his charge. and he's
going to write a note.
and he's going to unleash hell. Anybody seen the John Wick film? Because I really want to see it. No spoilers, please, but is it good? All right.
Is it out?
The new
I
one?
think so.
The new one
don't
is,
think-
yeah, John Wick 4 is out. and it's,
When I was on holiday, I watched all 3 back, just to like...
Fair
you know,
enough.
of course.
Fair
I need
enough.
to watch number 3. I've watched 1 and 2, so I need to watch
You
number 3.
definitely need to watch
I
number
believe
3.
one of
Yeah.
the reviews I read for number 4 was the new greatest action movie. So, odds are good.
They obviously haven't seen our battle reports. So, one's missed.
All right.
I'm going to CP re-roll it. There we go.
All right.
Cool. I've got no CPs, rolling them all. I want to see loads of 6s here.
I want to see no 6.
Come on, use that pencil.
There is 1 pencil.
Cool. So that is 5 saves, please.
All right.
So 1 at a time for me.
Yep.
So 4. Yes.
You'll get your free reroll.
No, because Azuman or John doesn't get the benefits of the Craftworld for some reason. I know.
Well, he's a Phoenix Lord, so apparently he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't train.
I know. It's
Craftworld.
weird.
What is the minus with his blade?
3.
-3?
Yeah.
Okay, so either way, 4s.
4 up on the first one. He's dead.
He's dead.
Right,
There he
okay,
goes.
cool. Right, that's John. He's done 1.
He's done 1 in.
The HB's done well.
Everybody else, so -3. 5s. Yep.
Oh dear.
This is bad.
John is pure will of focus, that is.
Yep. How many damage is that for each one of those?
That's
yeah.
a pack of
That's
pencils.
3 each, mate.
Yep. There they go.
And then the mortals, just to rub it in.
Just to rub it in.
Just to rub it in. The 3. John, you legend. A sermon with a wound left. What a hero. What an absolute hero.
Yeah, very nice.
Rubbish.
Very
I say
nice.
rubbish.
With 1 wound left, that was good.
That was good.
Well, James, that concludes the
Again.
fight. Let's find out the scores.
No.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
No, I have a feeling it's going to be bad.
Okay. Right. Steve,
Yes.
you got
Yes.
75.
75 points. Oh, 6 more than 69, though.
Clap.
James,
Yeah, that's not a look of good.
you got 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't get Kobe'd.
No.
You definitely didn't get Kobe'd.
No, I
proud
think
of that?
I think right off the bat, the major issue is I got the Assault Intercessors out here. They would have been the only thing that would give me something sticky. Versus the Wolfguard Terminators, they had to leave to try and do anything else, and yeah. Should have deep struck them. Poor decision making on my part.
I mean, I think Steve taking Azaman with a 3-up invuln and a wound cap's a bit dirty, to be honest, but
It's John now. It's
You know
John.
what?
saved it for you.
Next time, I'll bring Arjak.
Arshak.
Arjak Rockfist, one of the few other characters who also has
Yeah, but
a 3-up invuln.
yeah, but Grant didn't paint him, so
No, but he's got pretty much Thor's hammer. He can chuck that thing across.
A super chat did come in, unfortunately a little late. $5 from Josh Birding, legend. Let's get it, James. Got to show these sarcastic Brits how VT USA settles some business.
Yeah, you shouldn't have played. Played
sarcastic. We're not sarcastic, mate.
Steve, the new John Wick is pretty damn epic.
Oh, perfect.
All right.
All right.
Is he saying Steve is the new John Wick is pretty epic? Or
Steve, no.
It's all about where that comma falls in place.
If
There's
there is
no
a
comma, I'm afraid.
There's no comma,
Steve.
so you are.
He just says Steve,
The John Wick.
the John Wick.
So Steve the John Wick
is
epic.
pretty damn epic.
So I'm taking it. The new John Wick. I like it. Yeah.
I mean, the shooting alone seemed to add up.
I mean, I've
So-
seen what Steve can do with a pencil, so
Literally killed a guy.
Literally killed the guy.
Yeah, literally killed a guy. Anyway, I think what's worth it is talking about deployment at this stage while these two wet themselves. So let's get the army back over and let's do some deployment, because I think this is a really kind of important. I'm going to talk over my deployment and what I was kind of thinking with it. And I think the great thing about boarding actions, because you've got so little units, you have to do a lot of pre-measuring before you actually play the game, and I think this is something that we're going to really get across in the learn to play boarding actions. But the learn to play boarding actions course we're going to do, we're going to expand it a little bit further. Think of it kind of like a little mini academy course on boarding actions. But this is kind of some of the stuff that we're going to go over is, for example, how much you really need to pre-measure. So obviously, as we discussed earlier, setting myself up with those 2 objective secured units to ensure that I can move both out, get within range of a sermon, and really, I think it was that kind of move for me that won the game. But having this infiltrating team that could instantly get me that kind of first turn point is crucial. Now, I don't know if a sermon's the best pick for the Azarani, having that 3-up's great. But I then had 2 countercharge teams as well, so one on each flank, depending on which way you could go. But a sermon was positioned straight down the middle here, where you can go left or right, depending on which flank you go on. So I've kind of set myself up in a balanced way where I want to sticky this objective ideally, and then the goal was to leave this out of play and move this way. Whereas if I would have known you'd had deep strike, I couldn't have done that with this objective. I couldn't have just left it. So I think that's something that's really key. I think deep strike's really good in boarding actions, because normally in 40k, you deep strike down, your opponent's got loads of shooting. If you fail that charged, and you'll probably lose the unit. I'm going to really struggle to shift 5 Terminators in 1 turn.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's where you can, especially because I'd split up the shooting where you know that, okay, you might get shot or charged, but I don't have enough volume of attacks. And I think this is really where it's very different, because in 40k, deep strike might not be worth it unless you're getting lots of, pluses to charge, rerolls to charges. But for us here, if we look at the Space Wolves, he's worth 15 points to you, right?
Yep.
So even just having him on this objective all game, not only is such a long way for me to get to you, but then you're guaranteeing yourself 15 points. If you can then, he's going to get you 5 points a turn, plus not giving up 15, because I don't think I've got the speed to get out here, because this creates a massive kill zone. Right, as we talk about on the academy, I can't step in here because I'm just going to get shot. And as you know, I was super scared of these guys, potentially, with their sort of mass shooting. So even having these here and deploying this way, just advancing forward, then now all of a sudden you're opening this up. So I literally can't enter this sort of territory. And then you push these 2 units, sticky here, and you push through with the Wolfen. Anything that's in this direction. So I think slight different deployment. And this would have been a very different kind of game,
Yeah, I think especially shifting from here, even just thinking about these Assault Intercessors, even though they're not the biggest, they're not the beefiest in this list, maybe would have even been better to try and tag the objective somewhere over here, closer to that, then that way it would have blocked off a lot more shooting versus getting wildly and aggressively murdered out in the open. So no, I appreciate the learning for this as well, because again,
mate,
this
you
is
did awesome.
this is my first boarding actions, and
Yeah.
I'm sure it won't be my last.
So what did you think? What do you think of the game, boarding actions?
I really enjoy a lot of the elements. Obviously, like we kind of covered with the shooting, when you got to shoot and it was only killing the units that had line of sight, I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
As the losing,
Person being
as,
shot.
as the losing player there. I think it makes it a bit more dynamic. Things feel a little bit more fluid. You also just everything. It makes sense, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Because especially when you're talking about 40K, you have one unit edging out, and there's a ton of guys shooting at one guy. All of a sudden, your unit's wiped.
Yeah.
Just because Jerry stepped out and said hello.
Yeah. Or
Don't.
he's got a sword poking somewhere.
Yeah, he's got
And even having like the two Wolfen guys, like the two guys with the shields in front of the door, they're
Yeah.
going to take the hits. Once you've got through that with the AP, then the other guys are kind of safe.
Yeah.
That makes
Rush forward.
good sense as well. And actually, I think your loadouts on your teams were great. Would have been awesome, I think, with your army, just to maybe a little bit more shooting.
Yep.
I think the this guy, like this is an awesome unit there.
Yes.
Just the Stormbolter and the Power Fist, because the Power Fist does just enough damage as the Lightning Claws.
And hits on 3s because they get the plus.
Yep, still with exploding 6s, and in boarding actions, yes, it might not be as many attacks, but you don't need a huge amount. Okay,
Yeah.
but then opening yourself up with another 4 shots per guy, all of a sudden just means that you're getting a lot more volume of shots in as well. So you can start picking up units. I mean, we saw with him, even in that round of shooting, picked up 2 Scorpions, right? Just through one. And if you've got that maybe times 2 times 3,
Yep.
all of a sudden you can shoot at a unit, kill it, and then charge another. So yeah, a little bit more versatility in the mission, in the squad loadouts. Yeah.
Outperformed the missile launcher, didn't he?
Definitely did, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm going to have a talk with that missile launcher when we get home.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
Yeah. But it was super scary.
It was.
As a toughness 3 Eldar player, I couldn't give you, I was scared of it. It was something that I really had to kind of dodge around. You could see me constantly making sure, like measuring those angles. So I knew
absolutely.
that, okay, yeah, using this, so you had to basically get to that point in order to shoot any of these models. So I know that this is my safe zone. And these are kind of stuff that we're going to go over in a lot more detail, obviously, on that little training course of those extra tactics, furthermore to the basic training. So yeah, sign up on that, www.vanguardtactics.com, get on the waiting list, and as soon as that goes live in the next couple of weeks, you can obviously grab your spot first.
Don't get got like me. Don't be
Yeah.
me.
Anyway, any comments or questions from the chat?
No, not at all. Not at
Yeah.
all.
No
I think
last super chats?
everybody's really enjoyed the game, yeah, I think everybody loved it.
Are people at home giving boarding actions a go? What are people's thoughts on the game? Is a sort of concept different to 40k? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments below.
What about you, Jordan? Have you given this a go yet?
I haven't, no, but I really want to.
Yeah.
I do really want to give it a go. Running around some Blood Angels in the spaceship sounds awesome.
Do you know what? It's a funny thing, really, because you look at it and you think, well, I don't know. Me personally, I wasn't that excited when I seen this terrain set up.
Mm-hmm.
It felt a little bit one-dimensional. I like the kind of massive buildings. I like the immersion of it. When I first saw it as a concept, I wasn't taken with it.
No.
But I have been by playing the game. A lot more than that initial kind of draw to it. And I think what I'd love to do is I'd love 2 armies, but if we did it in like 30k models,
Ooh,
with
that'd be
like
good.
breaching shields, with like the Imperial Fist, you've got like that
Desolator squads, stuff like that.
yeah, that would be awesome. That's where I could really get into this kind of theme, because I read a lot of the lore about the Horus Heresy. There are a lot of fights with like World Eaters on ships and stuff, and that could be absolutely epic in terms of getting that, and you've got a level of immersion that maybe I don't quite get from this as I do normally in 40k. But that being said, the gameplay is brilliant. The tactical decisions you need to make, the way you need to move your models is so important. The positioning, you can just take that little bit more time to look at the line of sights, look at the angles, pre-measure threat ranges, and I think it's a fantastic tool to actually teach you and really develop your skill set as a player. So, and then that will then carry on into 40k as well, into bigger side games. It's great to hear that this is going to be continued, right?
Yeah.
As we go
No,
into
definitely.
Yeah,
the
fantastic.
supported
new
through
edition.
10th. Yeah, supported through 10th. They had 10th in mind with it, which is nice.
Which is awesome, because upon release, they've already said that all the indexes are going to come out as digital downloads. And I actually think that's going to give boarding actions a breath of fresh air.
Absolutely.
Because at the moment, all the points in the game are essentially balanced for 40k. It's a larger game, but we don't use the balance data slate. Whereas with this new edition, fantastic, fresh points, unit costs, everything like that. You've still got all the rules in here, which is awesome, that I'm sure hopefully will still remain true.
Yep.
We don't know yet, but if so, awesome.
Good way to practice to test some stuff out in preparation for 10th. If this is with 10th in mind, you can try 500 points of units.
Yep.
See how they feel.
No, definitely. No, I really like that. Well, James, it's been a pleasure, man. It really has. Thank you
Absolutely.
to everybody at home for tuning in. Thank you for all the super chats, the member donations. We've got 2 What's the Plays coming up this week for members content. And yeah, let us know what you think of those. So do sign up to become a member. It massively helps us out between now and obviously the launch of 10th edition. Michael, you've done a fantastic job on Stream Deck as always.
Oh, thank you. It's been a pleasure, as usual.
Yep. George, smashed it.
Thank you very much.
Kobe,
Kobe
Hey.
did it.
the reffing, the scoring, unsung hero over there.
I wasn't a potty mouth today, so.
You weren't a potty mouth, I know, that's great. And Seb, as always, getting those fantastic shots. Do awesome work. Well, everyone back home, thank you so much, and we'll see you next week for some more live stream content at 7. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.